And away we go.
What's going on, Dominic? How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm all right. We've got a few people in the green room.
Yeah. We got Uncle Bill and Justin back there.
Yep. So let's add them. Let's add them.
Oops.
Oh, you wait. You added then. Okay, you add them then.
All right. Hey, Justin, how you doing?
What's up?
And Uncle Bill.
Uncle Bill.
Maybe.
Looks like he's busy riding his motorcycle right now.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
I'd say
in the
he's
chat?
just gone to. I'd say he's just gone to get a drink then. Okay.
Yeah, that's all right. He'll be back. He was actually first.
Yep.
W,
okay.
what's up?
Let's say hello to everybody in the chat.
Uncle Bill was first. Hi, Uncle Bill.
Yep. Good to see.
Mark Sullivan, how you doing?
Yep, I carefully curated it.
Yeah.
From ChatGPT, because it can become a bit of a nuisance when you try and carefully curate something and it comes out all rubbish.
Yeah, you can get pretty creative with it too.
Yeah. If you know how to program it properly, it becomes a very useful tool.
Yeah. We have also. Wow, I'm getting feedback there.
Oh, okay.
We have Jody in the chat. How you doing, Jody?
Jody, and we've got Margie.
Margie,
thanks for stopping by. Love your work.
Got TJ. How you doing? You know what? We'll put him out until he's back. How about that? That works.
Yeah.
Got Brett in the house. How you doing, brother?
And here he is.
I didn't expect you to bring me in if my camera wasn't going. I mean, I'm probably just as interesting that way, you know.
That's a pretty cool picture on the bike.
What, this one? Wait.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how cool that is. It's just some fat older guy sitting on a motorcycle with no color.
You put it through a sketch filter, didn't you?
Yeah, it's Photoshop. Yeah.
You know, he just photos like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, smart ass.
Yeah, works pretty good.
We got Max in the house. How you doing, Max?
Maxie.
What's up, Max?
Max here, 420. Max who?
My wife.
Yep.
Hi, Ashley.
I think the kids are watching also.
But just so you know, if I go like this and then my camera disappears, that means I'm not here.
Okay.
I don't want to, I know that was complicated.
Benjamin.
Question: do we have any topics in particular we need to talk about tonight?
Well, the first topic is we're going to discuss Skydio.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought it was you're not Tammy, because
that's the first thing. I don't exactly look like a.
I'm sure you've been mistaken for her in the past.
Probably. Okay. Give me a second.
Benjamin's looking a little gray there.
Who's that?
Benjamin's looking a little gray there.
Okay, I will go and have
Benjamin needs a wrench.
Yes.
We got Michael Bell in the house. Dominic, you can take care of that stuff. And if you want, I'll go through the chat here and say hi to everybody.
Yeah, you say hello to everybody while I do a bit of housekeeping.
Hey, Michael Belch, how you doing? Thanks for being here.
W said Skydio's garbage.
Yeah. How you doing, X-Wing?
I think garbage is a bit strong.
I mean, it's good for what it is.
Yeah.
A good follow me drone.
It doesn't have good video. Well, I don't know. Half-inch sensor was good video not that long, or 1/2 point, whatever it is. It's a half-inch or 1/2.3. I forget. I think it's half-inch. But for the price.
W said no, it's garbage. He's sticking to his guns on that one.
Hey, AZ Drone Dude, how you doing?
They fly well. They fly well. They track well, and they're made in America.
What's up, Tony?
I tell you what.
Captain Joe America's here.
As long as you're talking about Skydio, the fact that they haven't stocked their shelves in weeks, months, because I've been looking. Because I was thinking to myself, well, if they're going to be giving these Chinese drone companies such a hard time, would it be a bad idea to own an American-made drone? So I've been checking it out, and the fact that they haven't stocked it, are you on which side of the fence are you on? That they're waiting to get enough orders and enough contact me's to actually make a batch, or there's three camps. There's one camp that they're not going to make consumer.
No, they're cutting off the consumer market, period.
That's what some people say, and then some people said they said they're not. And if that's the case, then why do they still have this site up saying we're going to contact you back when we have them in stock? Why would they even have that on their site?
Exactly.
Because they don't have enough money to pay a web developer to take that down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's that, and there's some people that think, well, they're going to come out with something with a better camera on it. And if they do, would you buy it?
I think if they redesigned their platform from scratch, they probably would get more interest.
I don't know if they're going to do that. I mean,
But if they come out with the same exact looking drone, it's probably not going to.
What, because it's ugly?
Well, no, I'm saying it's just good marketing if you redo it to kind of offer something new.
If they came out with something that was better looking than that thing right there, I would buy it.
Yeah.
How you doing? So this Facebook
Reply.
RS Mickey Moo.
If they came out with something that the video at least matched the Air 2S, I think I'd buy it. I think I would.
Am I?
Not Tammy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, that's delicious. There's a conspiracy going
Turn
on.
the volume down. That was during the song.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been meaning to tell you, Paul. Love your stream, by the way. It's always very good, well structured, interesting. But your videos are so much louder than the stream. Now, normally that's not a problem, but a lot of times I'm catching yours on the way home from my dad's, and I'm in my car. So I got the volume turned up so I can hear everybody, and then you'll cut to a video that it just blows me.
Yeah,
It's coming out. Huh?
Yeah, it's because I have two different settings. I'm using a sonar system, so I have two different settings. So my
Sounds
mic
great.
is
It's just so much louder, than and it just scares me sometimes. At least I stay awake in the car.
Yeah. No falling asleep for you during the show.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we got Silas C in the house. How you doing, Silas?
Mark said the CEO of Skydio put it on Instagram that they weren't doing it no more.
How's everybody doing?
Oh,
Good to be here. Hey,
it's
Billy.
always good to
see you.
Yeah, it's always good to see.
The chief executive Skydio. What's his name? Let me see it. I don't believe you.
Justin.
You're from England. Oh, you're from. I don't know.
This is Steve Gardner right here on Facebook. How you doing, Steve?
Hey, Steve.
We're streaming this to the USDS group also right now. And we got Chris in the house. How you doing, Chris?
Hey, Chris.
Yeah, I got to go into Facebook and YouTube.
Oh, good.
The chief executive Skydio, huh? All right. I want to see it.
Said hi to TJ. Sorry. We're trying to get through this chat there, Bill.
Yeah.
We're trying to say hi to everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry. Say hi to everybody.
Yep. How you doing, Unlimited Vertigo?
Yeah.
And we got W Drones. How you doing?
Good evening.
And Margie's in the house. How you doing, Margie?
Margie. Good to have you here.
And Jeff Norman, man, he's been on a lot of live streams lately. He's going to be on the USDS show on Sunday, and he's doing Ray Kelly show on Monday, I believe.
Yeah.
Making the rounds.
Yeah, good channel. Good channel.
Aloha all. This is Ollie Grayson. How you doing, Ollie?
Oh, love your work, Ollie. Love your work. Love your passion.
Yeah.
I don't believe them. I'm sorry. Continue.
We got Art in the house already here. How you doing, Art?
Yeah.
Got Mark White. How you doing, Mark?
Mm-hmm.
We got my son
Greetings to the
Benjamin.
UK.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Benjamin.
Hey, Benjamin.
Hi, Benjamin.
We got BAM drones, aerials
he's
for
such a
anything.
supportive kid, by the way. He's such a supportive kid. He could be like playing a game or something, and instead he wants to watch the stream I'm on and support and in the chat. I appreciate
Awesome.
that. He's awesome.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hello.
We got Vicky Gray.
Don't worry, I'll take the money later.
You didn't threaten not to feed him this week, right?
No, not at all.
You got to check. I don't know.
Mm.
Let's see who's got here. We got Captain Joe America in the house. How you doing, Captain Joe?
Anna's at
We
it.
got Curtis Dart.
Curtis Dart, one of the great channels out there.
Yep.
How you doing, Curtis?
One of the greats.
And we got Joe Manny in the house. How you doing,
Joe
Joe?
Manny. How are you? Hey, Joe.
Cool.
All right. So someone said, "What day is it?" And that is Brian Murphy, Waypoint, New England. This isn't the Sunday show Dominic streaming, so we just shared it with the group because he's part of the group and it's drone related. So we got to go in there.
Yep.
Tony in the house. How you doing, Tony?
Tony. Yep.
Yeah, Steve, you did it just right.
Oh, they announced it today. You guys are right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got it all updated.
They
Oh,
just,
Got
okay.
the goggles, controller, and the
however,
drone update.
you can buy the Skydio 2 Plus Enterprise kit.
Ooh.
That'll still be
Cool.
available. That's only $5,000 to start.
Hey.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got Mike B in the house. How you doing, Mike?
And we've got William from Visual Line of Sight.
Oh,
Love your work.
Oh yeah. How you doing, William? And we got Nana's Attic.
Brad.
How you doing? And we got Vicky Gray in the house. How you doing?
Yep. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, looks like we got everybody for now. All right, let the chaos
Yep.
commence.
all right.
Laura.
Cool.
Chris Wedgeworth.
Laura.
Oh, we got little Lava Laura in the house.
Hello, Llama Laura. We got
Hey, Chris,
Max
how you doing?
there. Hey, Max.
Mm. Yes. Yes, to Max.
Mhm.
Okay.
Awesome.
If you noticed, I've pinned my merchandise store, which I've got T-shirts and other stuff in there.
Cool.
If you're inclined to
Mhm.
buy
Yeah.
my new #yeah range.
We got Mickey Moo Production.
Mickey Moo, yeah, another great channel.
Okay.
Yeah, how you doing, Mickey Moo?
Looking a little gray there, Dominic.
Okay. I'll talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves there and all.
Mickey
Mhm.
Moo's gonna get it
No,
right.
we're going to spend the entire stream reading people's names.
Yeah. It seems it's going to be like that, I reckon.
Oh, well, we got 34 people here. Well, 33. It
Mhm.
looks like we got everybody so far.
Mm.
So,
Look
yeah,
at what I got.
Margie
For the
called me her
goggles.
brother. Kuya Bills. I like that. Go ahead.
Mhm.
Incest is best. Anyway, what do you got there?
I got a cover for the lenses on
Oh, great.
the goggles. And
Very
it's
nice.
got a holder for the antennae.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's
That's
cool.
even
Something
better.
I learned about the FPV goggles after I bought it. Good thing I read about it first, but they said if you get the lenses in direct sunlight, you can actually burn into them.
Yes. Learned about that a long time ago with
Yeah,
one
I
of my
don't have
friends
to-
who has the FPV drone.
I don't have to remove my antennas though. My case allows me to store my goggles in there with the antennas on.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've got everybody in the grey section.
Yeah, I think we do.
Hmm.
Oh, Night Train's in the house now too.
Hey,
Mike.
we got Mike. We got Bill from Chin Dynasty.
Yeah.
Yes.
And actually, he has a couple of Skydios, so I'd be interested to hear what he has to think about this.
What's up, Mike?
And this is Jimmy Wareham, by the way. The
See,
Facebook user is Jimmy Wareham.
You're dual
Jimmy.
streaming on Facebook too, apparently.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks,
And
Tom.
I'm streaming on Artco.
Yay.
And we
Yeah,
got
check
Bud
this out,
Bieber. Not confused with his cousin Justin.
That's his nephew. Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh.
Okay.
I got a question.
Yes. Fire it
Who?
away.
Anybody
Hey,
want to?
hey, Tammy Jean.
All right, never mind my
Same as
question.
here.
What? What's your question?
I forgot it already. Forget it. It's all right.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Tammy. Has anybody eaten Chips Ahoy lately? I want to talk about the decline of American products. Do you remember how good Chips Ahoy used to be when we were kids?
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, you guys don't remember. Well, Artie might, but you guys don't remember when we were kids.
Yeah.
Chips Ahoy were very good. And
Dominic doesn't have a clue what we're talking about.
I know what Chips Ahoy are.
Oh,
But I don't think I've...
They were brown.
They made them all the way over there? I thought it was a regional thing. Anyway, continue, Bill.
I did spend some time in the US, so that's the only reason I know.
There's a bag of Chips Ahoy at work. Somebody left them for us. So I opened them up and I ate them. And you know what? Not that great. And I remember as a kid, they were fantastic. They were brown. They're not brown anymore. They're kind of white. So it's the original Chips Ahoy. They're definitely not the original Chips Ahoy. My thinking is less brown sugar to save money and something else. And they're like lighter and they're okay. You know, they're okay. They're just not great. I got another one for you. Does anybody know what this is?
A Cheez-It.
Cheez-It. Still popular.
Oh, great.
I remember. Look at that. The extra toasties, they're pretty good. You got to buy the extra toasties or the extra cheesies to get the flavor you used to get in the originals. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I mean, these are okay, but they're not the, oh my God, I can't stop eating these like they were when we were kids. And I'm just saying, I just think it's a shame. It's not just a downsizing of the products.
Are you sure your taste buds just haven't changed with age?
Yeah.
No.
He's like, no. What do you call me, old, you bastard?
I'm not sure of anything.
Yeah, when I grew up, I wasn't much of a Chips Ahoy fan. I liked Oreos. Oreos were good.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, the double stuff. Ooh.
No, I don't like the double stuff. To me, the chocolate cookie's the best part. They do. Everybody likes it.
What are you, communists?
Because I like chocolate cookies.
But he likes Peeps too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you like cream and your creamy stuff. I like the Jungle Fever. No, I mean I like Oreos, and they've stayed pretty close to the same. Who remembers Hydrox cookies? Nobody, do you?
I do.
They're the original. They were the original Oreo cookie. It was actually the Hydrox brand came out with it first. Oreo copied them. In fact, they even sued them at one point.
We got JDS Flying Canuck.
Hey.
And we've got Joel, Mr. Skyfly.
Hello, James.
Hey, Joel, how you doing?
Hello, Joel. Who else? Yeah, the chat is going a lot faster than I'd expected.
So Laura has her favorite in the chat. It's TJ. I know why, because we wouldn't send her Peeps.
Oh, no.
I know, right, Chris? It sounds like a damn medicine. Ask the doctor if Hydrox is right for you.
Yeah.
Now, see, I agree with Night Train. It's Mike, right? His name's Mike.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I did have Chips Ahoy cookies, I like the chewy ones better. I thought they went really good with a hot cup of coffee.
Never liked them.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't prefer them. I like the crispy ones better. To me, those they were trying to act like they were fresh, like you were getting a fresh Tall House cookie, and it just like an imitation fresh Tall House cookie. You know, I mean, they're okay. I like the crispies. Nothing beats a fresh Tall House cookie. You know, around Christmas time. You know, in fact, I even like the ones that my wife overcooked. Do a little bit of burnt to them. It's good stuff.
Tony apparently doesn't like manufactured cookies.
Peanut butter whiskey. Well, you know what, Max? I'm not drinking peanut butter whiskey.
What about the Lorna Doone shortbread cookies? Those are good.
Yes, they are. Of course they are. I remember my Aunt Rose.
Oh, God.
Used to bring over Anisette toast cookies, you know, and we was like, oh, we got to eat them in front of her just to show how much we appreciate these Italian Aunt Rose, you know. Oh, you got to eat the Anisette. Okay, thank you. And the funny thing is,
they're so tasty. Yeah, Grandma.
Yeah, dry and hard to break my teeth, kind of. Thank you, Aunt Rose. Oh, we love Aunt Rose, so we would eat them for her. And the thing is, now that I've gotten old, guess what I like? I like the Anisette cookies now. your tastes change. You know, they do.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not peanut butter whiskey. This is actually Evan Williams, the oldest Kentucky distillery in the country, by the way.
Right.
honey bourbon mixed up with a little Bailey's Ultra.
Nice.
Yeah, this was going to be a good topic of discussion tonight. I didn't find out until I don't really follow Skydio. I don't know much about them because I've been with DJI products.
Yeah.
Only a couple of years in the flying drones, but I know that is it Quinn, right? Quinn would fly the dual Skydio. Quinn, yeah, he'd fly the two Skydios and have them active track while he was riding in his cart thing. Those are pretty cool videos. I like them, but yeah, and they're gonna end. Are they gonna end support for them also?
Bourbon. Oh, they'll continue. They're not going out of business. They'll continue support for what's already out there.
Yeah, but what does he mean by? I heard
so?
this before. Ken Dovo said it earlier. They sunset them. What does that mean? Sunset them.
Basically, the sunset clause is something you have in any.
Sunset typically means eventually they're going to stop supporting it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They'll have it at a certain period of time, and after that period of time, they will just let it go.
Yeah, most likely they'll give a cutoff date.
Couple of years. They'll be trash. They're
We
trash
got
anyway.
Sam itchy sack.
They won't last that long. They're trash anyway. I'm very sad by this, because although they weren't never as good as DJI or even Autel, they were still pretty good. I mean, it was an American company. It was an American drone.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad,
Yeah.
Did you really compare them to DJI though, or Autel? They weren't really that kind of drone.
Just for tracking, just for sport.
But they had better sensors than they did at one point.
Yeah.
Skydio's sensors were actually pretty revolutionary when they first came out.
Had the most advanced processor in them too. I mean, they were very powerful, and but they didn't. I think they would have been more popular if they improved the camera on them sooner.
Mm-hmm.
But there's more money, I guess, to be made. They looked at the bottom line, and it's business only. That's why they're still going to put the Enterprise out. But if they're going to continue with the Enterprise, they better improve that camera. It's too bad. I was waiting for him to come out. I was thinking about buying one.
We got Dre.
I haven't checked in a while.
Drone,
I wonder if Oreos have changed to the double stuffers now what the regular Oreos used to be.
Well, I'm not what I used to be either. I'm twice the man I used to be.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just thought I'd bring that up. Is there any products that have disappointed you? Things that you thought as a kid that they were great and they don't thrill you anymore? I mean, bourbon is still good.
What's up, Dre?
No standards.
Yeah.
Actually, I tell you, in peanut butter whiskey, that would probably be good.
I like that peanut butter whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, but I didn't have time to stop at the big box, Total Wine and More or whatever. On the way home, and so I went to the local guy. The local guy asked $35.99 for a bottle of Screwball whiskey. I like that stuff. I'm not a moron. That's $12 more than the other.
Wow.
The other $25 everywhere else.
Well, that's how he keeps them on the shelf.
I was buying it. I bought it at 26, 28, 30, as high as 30, 36. Forget it. I'm not,
Speaking
I should have kept my mouth shut because the owner of the store said, you're underpricing this. It's only $11.99.
Hey, Bill.
Even at the bigger stores, this stuff's closer to 20.
We got
He
Carpenter.
goes, oh, you're right. He's got it underpriced on the shelf. Now I'm going to pay more money for this too. Sorry, what?
Speaking of alcohol, Budweiser sold 8 brands to a Canadian marijuana company.
Did they?
Because of their sales loss. Yeah, they're starting to sell off all their side brands.
Yeah.
But they just need a bit of housekeeping here.
I'll send you the article.
Mark, we are simulcasting on a number of
multiple
channels.
Facebooks and YouTubes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll send you the thing and
Yeah, we're streaming to a bunch of different locations, so you'll see chat from the people that are in whatever chat you're in. So if you're on Dominic's page, you'll just see that chat, but you'll see us featuring chat from everywhere that shows up in the StreamYard. By the
Yep.
way, Steve Carpenter's in the house, and he looks like he needs a wrench over there, Dominic.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I did.
Itchy Sacks in the house.
Done. Let's see if you. I think. Yep. I think we're
So,
gonna do that.
Lambo, this is Dominic's show.
Well, it's not
It's his
Timmy
Not
Jeans.
Only Jeans stream.
Yeah. Hey, Michael Wright.
Yeah, I see that. The announcement came out today. That's very sad. I was waiting.
there you go. But I'll send you the video off of YouTube and you can watch it later if you want.
All right.
He
I mean,
explains
are
it.
they known? Are they useful brands? I mean, it'd be amazing how many brands those guys own.
They own like 400 something different labels.
Yeah.
So I know one of them was one of their energy companies.
All
We
right.
got
Drinks.
Ray Tremmel.
Hey, Ray,
Hey,
how
Ray.
you doing? So, you know what's crazy, though? You know, in the early 80s, all these companies kind of had their own companies. And as the 90s went on, it seemed like one company bought up all the other ones. So now you have, you know, maybe 5 main corporations that are running, you know, what used to be hundreds of different companies now.
Like GM, Ford,
Coca-Cola,
Chrysler,
Pepsi.
Plymouth.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, when my dad was a kid, there were over 1,000 car companies. This is back in the 20s.
1,000?
Yep.
That seems high. There were a lot.
There were a lot, but a lot of
Not
them
Laura.
went away during the Depression. Yep.
Well, back then the regulations were kind of loose. I mean, you could just put something together in your backyard and call yourself, you know, Artie's shit show car company, and then you know put them up for sale.
Not no more.
As long as I moved and stopped, the lights came
Good night,
on.
Laura.
I think
We
Yingling
got Jeff Norman. Hey, Jeff.
I'm gonna answer this question. Okay, it is 10:30 a.m. on a Friday. I'm in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia.
It's easy.
And-
Whatever time it is here, just add 2 hours, and it's either daytime there or nighttime. It's opposite of us.
You may have heard. I know. Yes, I have seen Casey Chambers. I do like her music. But
Casey Chambers.
Casey Chambers, yeah. She's in New South Wales, which is north of me and south of Matt and Tim. So, yeah.
Oh, Joe Fodolio's in the house, by the way. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Every restaurant is Taco Bell.
Yeah, speaking of restaurants, you're talking about changes in ways they do things. Friendlies used to be really good, man. The last couple of times I've been to a Friendlies, they really fell off.
Well, a lot of change. It all depends on the management team there. You know, I mean, there's I'll give an example of a chain that I like. Is an Italian. What the hell are they called? Italian chain. Carrabba's. There's a Carrabba's near me. Does a great job. Perfect every time. Exactly the way everything's supposed to be. Then there was a Carrabba's that was near Disney World. It just sucks shit. But because of where they are, they don't care. Because they're packed every night because of where they are. You know, and they're still gonna do business, even though they've got the same menu, the same recipes, the same business plan, same everything. So it depends on where you go. I've been to Chili's that did a pretty good job, and then I've been to a Chili's where they gave me 3 different sets of dirty silverware. Like I send it back. And, you know, there's food on this.
They saw you.
No, sorry about that. They bring me another one, and it's just as dirty as the last one. It's like, you're kidding, right? Then they acted like I was giving them a hard time. That's your bonus food. That's extra. That's free.
Yeah, Dominic, Jeff Norman needs a wrench.
Okay. Oh, yep, got him. Thank
In the-
you.
Jerry Franks. Hey, Jerry.
Hey, Jerry, how you doing?
What's up?
Hey, Jerry. Yeah.
We got Mike, Tex Arc Drone Guy.
Hey, Mike.
Dre's right about that. There's only 3 or 4 companies that make appliances. Yeah, the companies just send them what they want built in it, and then they make them. Put their name on it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yep.
And then they get Walmart to sell it, and Walmart tells them how much they can sell it for.
I mean, Amana makes a bunch of stuff. But you still got LG and Samsung are 2 separate companies.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Don't buy Samsung.
I've only
Any
just
Samsung front end loader I
found
like.
out who that is.
You're going to be like poor Chris Hope holding up the shelves in his refrigerator by a jar of mayonnaise.
Yep.
Tell you,
Mr. Ballbag.
Uncle Bill, how's your dad doing?
good. Everything's good. Bikes are pretty much done. Blue bike is done. I'm just going to change the fluids in it yet, but it's done. Running beautiful. No more popping. No more backfiring. Everything's all good. I mean, I still got to fix the dent he put in the red bike, but that bike was done, cleaned up, ready to sell. So it's dented. Anyway, I think he just likes having me come by.
Actually, that's a valid point. Visual line of sight. I don't want a refrigerator from the same company that makes my trash bags. I'll agree with that. Hey, Barkley.
Hey, Barkley.
Hey, Barkley, how
Ronnie,
you doing?
God
You,
bless
you
America.
don't want a hefty refrigerator?
Yep.
Hey, look at my refrigerator. It's hefty.
Yep.
I don't know. I think they can all make decent and they can all make shit.
What's up, Joel?
Mm.
Depends on the model. You know, we
No,
had
I
a
think that's
GE
a-
washing machine that lasted 25 years of heavy use. Then the next one you buy could be done in 3 years. You know,
Well, mine and Sarah's old house, it had the one the landlord sold when we were living there. That one had appliances in it from 1968 when the house was built. The stove and oven were original, and they still worked all the way up till we moved out. No, we had no problems with them. But I'd be hard pressed to find an appliance that lasts that long these days.
well, just do your
Yeah,
research.
well,
You know,
awesome.
I got
And we got Ronnie.
a
Yes.
25-year-old.
God bless America. Go ahead, Bill.
No, please sing silly shit for no reason.
Mm. Why not?
Well, hold on. God bless America's not silly now.
It was just now.
Okay. As long as
Yeah.
you love America.
Yeah, you freaking commie.
Most definitely.
Ball bag.
Mr. Ballbag.
It just seems like you can't buy the good appliances. You have to buy either the most ridiculously expensive stuff to get good quality,
Yeah.
or just buy the really cheap, simple stuff that has less on it to break. Like if you buy yourself the simplest, cheapest washing machine that still has a rotary knob and push buttons, that thing, because what typically goes on these things anymore is the electronics. You know, yeah,
Right.
belt,
All the extra shit.
yeah, a belt might need to be replaced, a bearing might go bad, something like that eventually if you use to like crazy. But
Yeah.
the stuff that breaks that you can't fix is typically the electronics. I've had I loved them. There were these Cabrio Whirlpool expensive. And what went bad? The freaking board on the thing went bad. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, it sings a song for me when the wash is done. I don't,
Yeah.
ding, 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 who cares?
Or it needs to check something on the internet or.
No, you're better off with old school. Just seems like it lasts longer.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a
But
fridge, too.
I also think it comes down to brand loyalty.
Yeah.
And if you're in the tribe of that brand, you stay in that brand.
Tell that to the Skydio lovers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right
Yeah.
though, Bill. If you get like a
If-
really basic fridge, you probably won't have many major
You have
problems.
less problems. Seriously,
Yeah,
the
if
less.
someone in the chat, and if someone in the chat has a Skydio, come on, get on the panel. We want to talk about it with you. So hop on in. I believe the link is it
No, the
pinned?
link isn't pinned because I'm a little bit wary of that. But I've linked
Oh.
my shop in the pin comment.
I've got an Amana refrigerator, regular top door, bottom, in the garage as a second. I have two refrigerators. Got one in the kitchen, which was more expensive, nicer double door. They're a waste of space, because they're in the middle. But still, I liked it. It's got an ice maker, so the ice maker comes in handy sometimes. And I really like it. It's done well. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining about it. But that old thing in the garage is well over 20 years old, and it's in my garage, my unheated, dusty conditions. I never clean the coils. I don't take care of it. I just wait for it to die so I can move on. But we use it. It works great. It's still going and going and going and going.
Yeah. That's correct, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Barkley.
You
That's
have a
true.
great point. Great point, Trey. Hard to have a brand
Mhm.
loyalty when the brand doesn't actually make the unit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't co-stream this one.
The only one that isn't.
Yeah, I did it to Facebook and YouTube. And the stream sounds a lot better with that noise cancellation feature too. I've noticed audio sounds a lot better.
Yeah, I used to have to be wary about putting too many people on the panel because the audio always got messed up during the show. And lately it's been all right. I've been able to have a full panel, all 10 people, and no issues with the audio.
You like that?
Yeah. Except for like Uncle Bill said, my video audio will be way too high. So I have to lower the volume when I add it to the.
I don't mean to complain. You got a great stream. I just that's just the one thing though. Like I said,
I agree with you
I left it in the
100%.
car, and I got 6 speakers around me. Those it just scares the shit out of me. Oh, we're watching videos now. To turn it down. And there's something wrong with Bud Bieber's audio. Always sounds like he's drunk.
Who's the one that was always having issues with the fan blowing in their mic?
Look who's talking.
What, the one last week?
The
Besides
computer.
Andrew?
I don't know.
You hear that?
Yeah, no noise cancellation will ever beat Bill's vape or his keyboard.
Can you hear me vaping?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? It sounds good here.
Straight from the International Space Station.
Mm-hmm.
So, Art, what color are you going for right now? Just looking at your video.
I'm going for that pasty look. Just got off work. Look.
Red. You got to go with red. See?
Okay.
Yeah.
How about that? Sort of. There we go.
Good point. It's a good point, Warren.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, luckily
Me too. God bless America. Carburetor points and condensers over fuel injection.
I remember working on the cars with my grandfather when I was younger, and you had plenty of room to work in there, and he had like 6 tools. That's all he needed. Now you can't get your freaking arms in there to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I like working
Chris.
with points and condensers and
Hey, Chris.
timing light.
you remember when they came out with the F-150 with the and they had the whole air system on the top of the motor? You had to rip it off just to get to the motor.
No.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? What motor was that?
I think it was the F-150, the Triton motors. They had the whole air system covered the whole top of the motor. You had to rip it all off to get to it if you wanted to do like the spark plug or something.
I'll agree with that comment. God bless America, Ronnie. Don't require a $4,500 scan tool to diagnose. My brother being a mechanic, I had to program one of those onboard diagnostics for him. Looked like an iPad or one of those triple tech. It was about
And then
the same size.
And then the updates are ridiculously expensive for
Yeah, I
those
know.
too. So they charge you for the
And
updates like every
and
6 months.
pretty much every time I plugged it in, oh, there's a new update. Oh, there's a new update. Unbelievable.
It's like all the mechanics put themselves in debt from the Snap-on trucks.
Barkley is nice. Barkley's nice.
Yes.
There, how's
Yeah.
that, Bill? Is that good enough for you?
You don't look any different.
What do you call a person who doesn't like to fart in public? A private tutor.
What happens when Artie eats Viagra?
Hung Chow?
He gets taller.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
You dick.
That reminds me, I gotta take my flow mats before I go to bed.
That's funny.
Mm.
Mm.
Well, guys, I gotta get going.
Bye.
Oh, thanks a lot, you bastard. Everybody in the chat, you have a good night. Don't forget tomorrow night, my fishing show over at Art's Place Fishing.
Put it.
You know what?
Put
I
the
ought
link
to
in
put
the
a
chat.
link. Yeah,
Put the
put
link
a
in the
link
chat.
in the chat. Okay,
Hello,
let
Sis
me
Rose.
go over here. And
What are you doing?
So everybody go over and have a check out.
all right, here we go.
He just
Here's
quit
the
you.
link.
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Oh, he's showing us something. Okay.
Hey, Brad.
We're waiting.
Yep.
There we go. There's the link.
Okay.
All right, enjoy the rest of your week.
All right.
Enjoy.
See you guys tomorrow night. If not tomorrow night, Saturday night. If not Saturday night, Sunday night.
And if
Take
not
care,
that, probably
everybody.
Monday night too.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay. So let's get back to more pressing topics.
Well, we're still talking about the difference between carburation and points and condensers versus, say, fuel injected and electronic ignition. There's something to be said about fuel injection, electronic ignition. It's nice that Harley will start up immediately every time, and I can even dog it a little and it automatically adjusts. Those two bikes that I've been working on are carbureted with a manual choke, and it'll buck. You know what I mean? If you leave it in too low a gear, I mean, it's just much more sensitive because it's old school. You gotta wind it out a little bit. And now, not that one's necessarily better than the other, but you just got to pay a little more attention, I suppose. But the Harley's easy to ride, and anyway, I don't know. There's a difference between the two, and I still like the Harley better, even though I like those bikes too. They're for sale, by the way. Have I mentioned that?
What are you drinking tonight, Uncle Bill?
Honey bourbon and Evan Williams honey bourbon and Bailey's deliciously light Irish cream. I don't normally buy the really light stuff, but it was $8, $8.99 a bottle. This is poverty. It's a poverty mixed drink to make me look special. $12 whiskey and $9 Bailey's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't forget
And on
tomorrow
that
night
note-
too. Ron is going live with Sturgis on Matt's show.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does make a difference, Mike. You're right. One's a 5, one's a 6-speed. You know,
Might get to see some side boob tomorrow.
Number 7, hopefully.
Now, see, this is a good joke right here. I like this. It would suck to be a male bee. They die after they mate. Honey Nut Cheerio.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable. Mm. Oh, what a panel. What? A panel? Or what a panel? Depends on the inflection you put on that sentence.
We'll just leave it up to interpretation.
what a
Oh,
burger.
definitely. Yeah, exactly.
So I guess not many people have Skydios because we can't get anyone up here on the panel to discuss it with us.
Yeah, well, no one's,
Maybe
no
I'll buy
one
a
said
used
they
one.
need a link.
I just wonder what made them just decide to all of a sudden do that and release that information. Because you said, Uncle Bill, you were saying when we brought it up earlier that they were working on new products for the
Well,
consumer market.
That was the claim, according to some sales
Hello,
reps.
Angel.
Some people talking to, oh no, we're sticking. Well, because they don't know, because nobody's telling them, and they think they're going to have a job, and they're not going to have a job. Although all those support guys are going to lose their job now that now that less and less people are going to be calling, because less and less people are going to have these drones, because they're not going to last forever. I just, that's what it sounded like. That's what someone there said is, oh, they're going to be coming out with the next best thing. And now they just decided it's not worth probably the research and development, to improve what they have.
Yeah.
And it's just too bad.
Yeah.
They're always more expensive with less cinematography, cinematography. They didn't look as good.
One of
the video.
those. Yeah.
Yeah. But they didn't look terrible. They just didn't keep up with the competition for less, and the competition was doing it with less money.
Yeah.
For less money.
I'd like to see what they have behind closed doors that they're making for the military. Those size
Yeah.
drones.
I wouldn't
Well,
mind
the federal
one of those,
government
I'll tell you.
actually ever completely blocks the sale of Chinese drone products. Maybe they'll change their mind.
Oh yeah, because that would open a whole new market.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's why I think they
twice
should.
the cost,
They should
but
just keep a. They should just basically keep a foot in there, so that if that actually happens,
well, they are.
then
They're
they've got a
still
real
going to
big
sell the enterprise
platform
version.
now.
The enterprise version of the 2 Plus is the same drone. It's just with a lot of peripherals.
Mm.
If you look at the packages, it's hard to rationalize that $5,000 price tag from the $2,000 version.
I think there's one key thing people are missing though, is if they were to ban those drones overnight, I think it would actually be kind of an exciting time for the drone community, only because so many companies would be vying to fill that vacuum. You get a lot of different types of drones coming out.
Could be, but we would our asses would be sore though.
Yeah.
It would be for a little while, but there would definitely be companies jumping right in to fill that. You probably get companies from Japan, South Korea. I mean, you probably see a lot of companies from other countries trying to jump into that market. Plus,
Nobody makes it sound like that other companies in other countries and including this country, can't do what they're doing.
They just don't want
Of course
to.
they can. They're just not. Our costs are higher here.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that some enterprise like Mitsubishi or some enterprising Japanese company or Sony couldn't actually put out a better product. I mean, they've tried,
Apple,
but they were not really going towards a
Samsung.
consumer market.
even
Yeah.
Samsung.
Some Korean
might
company
wanna
like
jump in.
Samsung, sure.
A lot more sensitive than your Harley.
What is? I'm sorry, I lost track.
Mike said.
Yeah, Harley Davidson. Yeah. Mate, there's one. What about
We're
Harley
talking about
Davidson
riding. You got to
making a
get used to
drone?
riding a carbureted bike versus a injected bike. There's a big difference.
He was here earlier, Brett. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but he was. We invited.
Yeah.
We extended an invite to him.
And
And
I've had
Bud had to go, by the way, to answer Bud's question. And the drone guy 42 is in the house. How you doing?
Angel. Yeah. He's
and
another
I've had
angel.
carbureted. I've had carbureted bikes before, by the way, just to be clear.
Mm. Yeah, just wondering.
Yeah, and I'm kind of the same. The only one that I know of that had a Skydio, I didn't even know that that Ken had one until he went live earlier and dumped his in the trash.
Certainly.
Thanks, Catskills, Brad. Appreciate that.
Actually, that Harley's my first injected bike.
Mm.
Yeah, government contracts are guaranteed money, Dre. So it
Yeah,
makes
that'd
sense
be
why
great.
they don't want to.
Getting on one of those, fat government contracts.
Well, that's why the
Joining
American drone
joining the
companies
gravy
don't.
train.
Okay,
That's why
so
American
W Drone
companies don't
said it
want it.
wasn't. Yeah, W Drone said it wasn't all of a sudden. They said it for about a month or so.
They didn't officially announce it. Today was the official announcement.
Yeah, and I don't follow Skydio products, so today it was just news to me. I haven't heard anyone bring it up, so it was news to me today.
Yeah, it just started floating around social media. So that's when I started to take notice. And because the Skydio is very hard to find over here, I've never really taken much notice of them, other than what I've seen on YouTube. Because it's pretty much, in Australia, DJI is the main source.
Yeah. Anyone see Jim Cronin lately?
It went right past a pretty funny joke. Damn it. Good job, TJ.
Oh my God! There we go, TJ.
He said, "Does anyone seen Jim's droning lately?"
Yeah,
I thought I saw him on a stream just the other day. He was on somebody's stream.
I saw him.
Yeah, he was on. He comes on. He
was
comes
just
to
the other
mine
day.
and Matt's chat quite a bit.
Yeah.
Was he on Paul Murray's stream? Did he go on Paul Murray's stream the other day?
No, he's only ever been on, I think, my stream a couple times and Matt's. I don't think he.
He's come on my stream.
Is he? Okay, he's been on yours too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he doesn't go on.
What do you ask?
I don't know. Somebody.
Maybe
No.
Jim's
Why is
droning
Paul
at the
asking?
patio? Oh, because he asked right here. He says, "Anyone seen Jim's droning lately?"
Mm-hmm.
He's actually been coming on Matt's show about damn near every week the last month or so.
Yeah.
He's been on there quite a bit.
Yeah, we don't see him that often, and then.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, because he was on Matt's show last week when we were making fun of him when he was on his little vacation. Wasn't that Matt's stream?
Oh, yeah.
Or was that my stream?
One of them. They all
can't
seem
remember.
to blend into each other at the moment.
They said they don't want to interfere with their enterprise rescue gear. I don't understand that because you would have a dedicated team for it, don't you think? They'd have a dedicated team for their enterprise and rescue gear, and then separate
Bill,
for
coast
the
to coast.
consumer. Hey, Bill, how you doing?
What's up, Bill?
Yeah. Oh, okay. We've got someone that owns a Skydio then. If you want to come and join us, Bill, and talk about your
Whose channel is Bill on?
He's not ours.
He's
Are
on
you talking about
someone's
Chin
channel.
Dynasty? Yeah, Chin's got. He's got a
Bill
couple of
Coast
them.
to Coast Drones. He's on one of the
okay.
channels. He's in the chat. I don't know whose. I don't know whose channel he's on.
Because I don't see him in mine or yours, because I got both ours pulled up.
Okay, must be on. Okay, so must be on Paul's then.
Anyone going to the commercial UAV Expo next month? So let's link up.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Is that the one in Vegas, W?
Hey, Jim. Good night.
And what's Mike talking about here? The execs from Amazon quitting?
That's a
They lose some
scandal.
executives recently.
I don't know about that.
Hmm.
We might have to research it.
You got a link to an article or something, Mike?
Good luck, Chris. Good luck.
Okay, so it's the expo in Vegas. If anybody's interested, they're doing one next month.
So Dre says that the rep told him Skydio only has 400 employees, so it's more a numbers game. They can't compete with DJI, so that's why they're giving up on their consumer market. That's interesting.
Dre, just go by yourself. You know,
Yeah, go by yourself.
a whole hangover night can happen. You know. What's up, Robbie?
Robbie.
See you later, Chris. Chris got to take off. He's
No,
getting
we
ready
make
for his
the-
first private party shoot.
No, Dre,
Good night,
Dre
brother.
should go because he'll make the whole expo, he'll make it look
Later,
even
MB.
a lot cooler.
Visual line of sight in Vegas. It's the
Yeah.
XXXXPO.
Now, that
So Mike
sounds
gave us
more
a
like
follow
it.
up. He said that Dave Clark, the executive who helped build Amazon's delivery network, is stepping down. Interesting.
But
Like
one thing that does interest me is if they're going to be doing, Amazon with their drone delivery service. So that means if you buy a drone, they're going to
Dre.
deliver a drone with a drone. That'd be fascinating.
Apparently, Dre doesn't trust himself in Vegas on his own.
Yeah.
He says, I like being married 39 years. I want to keep all my stuff.
It's a good point. Okay. Thanks for that. I'll take note of that, William.
Yeah.
Well, W, if you're there and you can take some video, if you want, after it's over, you can come on my show and we'll show some video from it.
Both sharks in the house.
W
Hey,
said, Dre,
Jim
I'll babysit
Beauchard.
you.
Howdy, Jim. We don't know either, to answer your question. Hey, Jamie.
Actually, none of us has ever seen Akara show. If you want to be technical,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, his name's allegedly Warren.
Yeah.
Allegedly,
Ah,
could be Sally for all we know.
So Bill says they were never a drone company. They are an AI company.
Later, Steve.
okay.
Yeah, they were artificial intelligence
Steve.
original.
Or Susan. Show your face.
Yes.
Anyone going to the commercial UAV Expo next month?
As I said, I'd love to. It's a bit far away for me.
Where is it?
In Vegas. Did y'all not just listen to me like 5 minutes ago?
No, it's obviously
No, I don't generally listen to you at all.
I had like a 3-minute conversation with W and Dre over it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I drifted off. I was reading. I was actually looking through eBay for used Skydio drones.
Nice.
So I was going to like pop it up and say, well, look, you can get one for this one. It's like 3 for sale.
Oh yeah, that
Hey,
sphere is
Jim, how you
badass.
And they're too much. And they're too much money.
Have you guys seen the new sphere in Vegas that they built?
Yeah,
That
I
thing
know.
is badass.
I saw that.
I showed it to Dominic earlier today.
Wow.
It has all the LEDs. The entire dome is LED.
But he
So
booked his slut, but his wife can't make it. What did he say? Back up.
He said,
Oh,
booked the slot.
Wow.
Same thing. Same thing. It's
Yeah,
Vegas.
One letter changes everything.
No, Bill read what he wanted to read.
Yeah.
It's Vegas. You can have both.
Like I said, that's why he said I've been married 39 years. I want to keep all my stuff.
39 years.
Hello, Leonard.
If you add my 3
Big
marriages
mileage
together, I
is
think you
Okay.
get to
extremely
Give me a
39.
bullshit.
second, Dre. I'll find one for you.
Think about this, Bill. Sarah's great grandparents were married for 72 years.
Wow. To each other? I mean, if you add my 3 marriages together, you get right around 39. It's pretty close.
Well, they both died in their 90s, so they got married when they were pretty young.
Yeah. 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 I've been with this one. This is my third wife. I've been with her for 24 years. I can't do any better. That's it. I'm done.
Welcome back, Tammy.
Yeah.
My one marriage has outlasted 3 out of 4 of my dad's marriages
3 out of 4.
combined. Yeah.
3 out of 4 dentists
3 out of 4
recommend
ain't
this
bad.
marriage.
She has 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Now that song's stuck on my head. Thank you, Paul.
That's a good
Okay,
song to
I'll
have
send
stuck in
that.
your head. Get over it.
Yep.
But there ain't no way
I
I'm
can't
going
believe
to
Dre didn't.
continue without more alcohol.
See,
Would you
Bill,
just
I think you got a decent karaoke voice for sure.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I've been to some
Oh,
pretty
I'm
bad
serious. I'm
karaoke.
serious. Listen, if we were going out drinking and you started singing karaoke, I would enjoy myself. I'm telling you.
I know. You'd laugh yourself right to sleep. Okay, I'll be right
No.
back. I'm going to get some.
All right. Well, fuck off. I'm giving you a compliment, but okay.
Everybody
All
thinks
right.
they sound
Thank
like
you,
Barry
Paul.
White when they're
I
drinking.
appreciate your compliment. I'm going to sing myself to the refrigerator.
Like I said,
Ain't
Paul,
no way I'm ever going to love you.
somebody mute
Okay,
him.
link. Link's been sent.
Like I said, everybody thinks they sound like Barry White when they're drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. When you think of 65 or 72 years of being married, man, a 30-year marriage just doesn't seem like nothing. I mean, that's a
Exactly.
long fucking time to be married to somebody. I couldn't imagine the pain of losing being with somebody that long and losing them.
Nanya.
That's just,
Hey, Steve Jones is in the house. How you doing, Steve? And
Hey,
to answer
Steve.
Warren's question, I don't know. I don't think I've seen Bill not on alcohol.
what's up, Nunya?
You're 21. Jesus.
I agree with that statement.
Yeah, you don't know what you might find.
I
Well,
think you
Leonard.
were already doing it, but Dre wanted you to send him a link.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
sent
look-
it. There he comes.
Nunya, you look like the Timo version of
Okay.
Brett Crusher.
Hey, Dre, how you doing?
Good evening.
Doing all right, gentlemen. How are you?
Oh, good.
I wanted to show you guys. I got it here. I was booked.
Oh, no.
Well, why don't you just go? You don't want to go by yourself or what?
Well, my wife likes going to Vegas. She likes going more than I do, and I didn't want to, be going up there and not give her opportunity, having a good time.
Hey, Paul.
Look,
And it's-
just tell her it's a boring expo. I'm not going to be doing that. I'll be in meetings all day. You're just not going to have fun.
Justin, she wasn't going. She wasn't going to the expo. My wife is in the casinos, so that had nothing to do with that. But the expo is actually at night. The expo opens up around 5 p.m. to around 7 p.m. for 3 nights. Plus, it's the middle of the week because it takes place right after Labor Day weekend. It goes at Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And by her being a teacher, she couldn't miss that many days during the week.
Yeah, especially since I just started school.
Right. That's what they're saying because they didn't want nobody taking time off right at the beginning of the school and stuff. So,
Makes sense.
so like I say, other than that, we'd have been there. I was ready to go book a room in my timeshare, and I was going to be there. So, my job ain't no big deal. I got enough time in the books. I could be gone a month and nobody noticed.
Oh, you got a timeshare in Vegas?
I have the World Mark, so I got timeshares across the planet. Just got to book them in.
Oh, so it's just like you pay a fee and then they have a bunch of properties and you can just choose which one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I should sell timeshare, as a matter of fact.
Is
Deeded
that right?
timeshare. Yeah, sure did.
Oh, so you were the sketchy guy in the Best Western. conference room trying to tell people.
No. We did it right on site. We didn't do the hotel thing. No, they got to see. They got to see what they were buying. Brought them to the condos on the lake.
Yeah, that's one thing I like now at the level that my family is at, that we don't have to attend those kind of crazy crap no more. You know, so we just go.
You know, people that feel like they got ripped off by timeshares are because those are the people that don't use them. If you use them, you enjoy them, then they're worth the money. That's all.
Like I say, my parents used to use theirs a lot, and now they don't go anywhere anymore. So my wife and I use it, and like I said, we're trying to get the grandkids and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my whole thing. If I go down to like the Florida drone meetup, I would find a timeshare down there. I think the closest one is in the Disney area, something like that, and book it for whenever the South Florida drone meetup would be. And that's what I tell folks. It's not about me getting a room. It's just me having a reason to go to Florida. Because my thing is, wherever I go now, as long as I fly a drone, I can write it off on taxes.
Hey, sounds a great idea.
So I can write the plane fare, dinner, whatever else I do down there, and write off on taxes. And like I say, as long as I got a place to lay my head, I'm good.
That's great.
I mean, that's a good way to do it if you want to do timeshares versus just buying into one property. You know.
Yeah.
Well, they all belong to different, like RCI network. They all belong to different networks. We get to trade your weeks,
right?
And you put them up there, and you know, and it does affect you where you bought the original one, though.
Yeah.
And what season you bought it in. You got different. You got what, red, white, and how's it work anymore? I can't remember now.
Well, I know ours is at a different level. I think we're at a platinum level and stuff. So like say ours is WorldMark. So what it is, WorldMark has their own properties, but then they also contract with several of the different locations. Like some places, like when I went to Galveston a couple of years ago, I stayed at the Hotel Cortez. Okay, it's just a regular hotel, but WorldMark contracts with them, so that's where we stayed at.
Oh,
yeah, sure. Even Hilton does timeshare. You know, there's a lot of different, yeah.
Visual Line of Sight wants to know what that company's name was again.
What company?
The one when you're doing your timeshares.
WorldMark.
Is it deeded or leased? What you own?
That's at least because we pay in and we get points, and you know you use your points to book your stays.
How do you spell that?
The actual ownership, it could be like
WORLDMARK.
It could be leased for like 20 years, so you own it for 20 years. It could be deeded, so you could actually pass it on. Ours was deeded. Ours was deeded, so I had to have a real estate license to sell it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Ours is, like I say, it's in the family trust, so that's where
it's
paid out of and everything else. Like I say, it's always good when you're named after your father, so you don't get a bunch of questions.
Listen to
or too many questions.
Listen to Dre. I knew he lived in like a 30-bedroom house.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he said
30 minus 26.
Well, next we're gonna. Where's the butlers and the maids at?
Yeah. Dude, I wanted to get my wife somebody come in and clean the house at least once or twice a month. I had to break down and buy one of those Shark vacuums. At least keeps the new floors clean.
Would that be the Crawford Foundation?
That's the scholarship fund that we have.
Hey Dominic.
Yeah.
So as I'm going through the chat here, I'm seeing people talking on the stream chat on your channel. But I don't think I'm seeing it coming up in the chat in the comment section of StreamYard.
What's that?
Oh, okay.
I think it's
interesting. Maybe there's a glitch.
I think it's just slow because I'm seeing comments almost a minute after it comes up in the chat on YouTube before it hits the comments.
There's a delay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a massive delay then because I'm not.
Yeah, it's about a minute behind.
I've always noticed StreamYard, there's at least like about a 10-second delay between
Mm.
comments on YouTube versus in the.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just the opposite. I've seen folks where the StreamYard is quicker than the YouTube chat. That's how it normally goes. StreamYard is usually pretty quick.
Yeah.
Oh, and if anybody doesn't know, Google is doing a massive purge this year. So any accounts that you have that are inactive, they'll
Yeah.
give you till December 1st to log into them, or they'll delete them.
Yeah, I just saw
Yeah.
that email today and stuff, but mine are tied to business accounts. You know,
Well, as long as you're
like,
logging into them, you're fine.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I say, I well, the thing is here, it's on my phone and on my home PC, so I'm always checking emails because I like using the, you know, I do business Recovery One drones. I have that email address, and I have a very old one that I use as a last ditch backup, just in case the Verizon one falls off or something like that.
Yeah.
Purge time, W.
I wish it was the real purge. Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Really?
Yeah, I think he wants to take out Matt in a form of jealousy. I'm the only Australian on YouTube.
Yeah.
Dude, Matt was on this morning somewhere. Or was it the day before?
Murray's, no. It's on Murray's. He was completely wasted on vodka.
Yeah. He was on Murray's
Oh,
last
was it on
night,
Murray
our
this morning?
time.
Yeah, that's what it was
Yeah.
this morning because I said it was a
The
Motley
line, yeah.
Crue, quite the Motley Crue on this morning. I said, oh, heck,
Oh,
Captain
yeah.
Oh,
Sinister
he
is
was on
there.
a he was on
He
a roll
was
this
really
morning.
going off.
Yeah, so I always give him a hard time with the short because he put up some shorts, dude. That like, what do you? I said, if you even breathe slowly, you would miss it. That's how quick his short was, dude. It was like 6 seconds. That's what he's talking about. I said, dude, a short can be up to a minute. You know, you ain't got to make them that short.
Well, you didn't hear his comment. What he said, he was trying to cater to the short.
Yeah, to his audience. 6 seconds.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
And then he was calling you a tryhard. I was waiting for you to pop in the panel.
I had some things going on at work this morning, so I didn't want to. I was like a lot of times I just listen to you guys. Like the other day when I was driving somewhere I had to go, and I just had you guys on just listening.
Yeah, so no, we've definitely discovered a bug here, Dominic,
Okay.
because you have people here that have been posting comments since, you know, around 9:50, and they're not showing up. The people in your stream chat aren't showing up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, are they in Art's stream?
Yeah, because Art's
Well,
probably
wherever-
still live stream, even though he leaves. It will
Right.
continue.
It'll continue once after you leave until Dominic shuts it down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Well,
gonna do.
Dominic can go in and individually shut the streams
Well,
down
what
too.
chat are you in, Justin?
I have mine and Dominic's pulled up.
So then it's in your chat is showing up from your channel, but Dominic's chat is not, because we have Barkley, Warren, Mike, Jody, Brett. All of them are talking. Max Air 420.
It
Chad
might
Jones.
I
be,
see them. They're in Dominic's chat.
I
No,
might,
They're not showing on StreamYard.
and this might be a glitch of
Yeah.
how many times we're restreaming. Maybe they don't have all the bugs worked out.
Yeah.
Because you got to think, Art's restreaming. I'm restreaming to YouTube and Facebook. You
And
are
I'm
too.
streaming to Facebook.
And I don't know if Bill's restreaming or not.
No.
But you
Yeah,
notice
'cause
it now? They're not showing
Justin-
your chat, Dominic.
Justin. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, right.
Well, no,
And
Daniel
yeah.
just popped in. He's in. I don't know who's. I think I'm in Dom's chat because Daniel.
yeah,
just-
because all I'm
Joel
seeing on that
Nevada, by the
chat,
way, Uncle Bill.
all I'm
Hmm?
seeing on that on
Nevada.
the StreamYard chat is the
Anybody in Dominic's chat want to talk crap about him? It's your time.
Yeah. 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 Go for it.
But yeah, Dre was in my chat for a while, but
Well, I guess I couldn't figure 'cause all the chats got Dom's name on it. I went to your page, clicked on the top stream, and it comes up under Dom.
top stream. That's right.
Well, I said the stream that the main stream was Dom's. It wasn't
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah. Yeah. I started it.
Yeah. Because right now it only shows on YouTube that there's only 7 people watching.
On whose channel?
on DOMs. Only 7 people watching.
No, I just refreshed. I got 18
Okay.
We've
On
got
Dominic.
33 in total.
on Dominic's channel.
Let's see. I got still. I just refreshed. Still got 7.
Yeah.
Chris.
And you're on Northside Hawk.
Yeah, I'm on
And
Northside Hawk.
Unlimited Vertigo says
Yeah.
he sees 18.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Sunrise Water Media said that Dominic guy. I'll tell you, Justin.
I see
that's
dead
one of-
people.
Yeah, but going back to Uncle Bill's deal, I said when I talked to that guy a month ago at that drone expo in Fullerton, California,
Mhm.
he's giving me the straight scoop. He said we may. He said that's a big maybe return to the consumer market, but he said Skydio is focused on the enterprise level. And that's what he said. He came out and said we only have 400 employees compared to the thousands that DJI have. We just can't compete. DJI has the market cornered pretty much. Alltel gets his little piece, and between both of them, they cover about 95% of the market.
I just wonder what they would do if they got if the Chinese companies got the legs cut out from under them in this country.
Mm.
Well, right now, it would take almost like a World War II effort. Everybody had to retool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, no one's even trying to put anything out. It's not like somebody's just struggling along and
Right.
putting out something. These guys are not even trying to put anything on a drawing board. I talked to the guys from Wingtra.
But they have to be convinced that there's a bottom line there,
Right.
And
actually, I talked to the guys from Wingtra, the guy from Skydio, and I talked to the guy from another place. And they all three of them said the same thing: is that there's just no money for them in research and development and labor costs for them to be in a consumer market and try to compete with DJI. They can't get their money back out of it. It would take one of those government bailout deals to infuse funds into their companies to try to put something out and try to compete. They have to be basically government funded.
I mean, Dan's got a point there. Maybe you guys would end up switching. A lot of people would probably just switch to having to build FPVs, I guess.
No, because see, I talked to those guys. I got on Bot Grinders and what's his name, Dead Cell chat the other night, live stream, and I put the question to them. I said, if they start banning the drones, what's going to stop them from start banning the parts? And 90-something% of the parts for FPV come from where? China.
Yeah, but it's not. I've said this before. It's not the hardware that is the problem. It's the software.
No, it's not just that. It's sending money to China. I mean, and you're right. That's right. That's the political answer, and that's what they're primarily saying is there's a possibility of spying, there's a possibility of data collection, there's a possibility, whatever. But the bottom line is the revenue that's going overseas, and they could block all of it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's why I talked to the guys at FPV. I said, if they start really banning stuff or put an embargo on Chinese electronics, okay, like I say, a lot of stuff that we have in our houses, not just drones and stuff, but like I say, software comes out of America and they replicate it overseas. China, Vietnam, Philippines, wherever they do it, they replicate over there. But the actual manufacturing of the parts are done Taiwan, Philippines, Vietnam, China. That's where the main manufacturing is done out of.
And Dre, Brett said
most of the silicon's coming from Taiwan.
Yeah, Lambo said that Bart and Grimm didn't know about the potential ban.
Well, they said they're still stuck on that here about the DJI. I said, dude, the DJI is just a popular term. They're talking about trying to stop. Like today, Biden signed a thing yesterday, trying to say, like Jess was just saying, cut funding going back to China. And I could tell these guys, I said, you don't understand the logistic chain. All your supplies that you bought from whoever here in the States. I think, what's the big company? The guys buy the FPV parts here in the States. I know it's one company.
I know who you're talking about. The ones that with the lawsuit.
Yeah, those guys. So I'm just saying,
Right, quads.
All those guys. But where did they get their parts from? They order from overseas. They're just a reseller.
Right.
They don't manufacture nothing here. You're just retailing stuff that comes from overseas.
Well, even DJI is buying their silicons, buying their chips from Taiwan.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. That so if you start embargoing against electronics, that includes the manufacturing of those parts that comes across. That's why I told the guys at FPV, they talk about, oh, we're dodging a bullet. U.S. government.
I see it. If we shut them down, I see an opening for South Korea, to tell you the truth, because they're already building plants they're already tooling plants for silicon to compete,
if South Korea does that, they'll be on top of the heap.
Yeah.
But once again, they have to get a good deal with Taiwan. Taiwan's the biggest chip manufacturer on the planet right now, and go from there. But like I tell these guys, I said, whatever happens to any part of the drone community, if it be FPV or if it be camera drones, it's going to affect each other, and we're all going to suffer. And those who are just in a hobby are going to catch it the most because, like I tell people, like I said, we don't have any U.S. manufacturers really making any drones for consumer levels. So if they cut that off, any funding going back to China and stuff like that, guess what? The supplies get kind of dwindled down. It's cut off. What parts that are here, prices go up. So if you're building a quad or whatever, what you build it for today, it may be double that 6 months from now.
And the sad part about that is it's only going to be the damn corporations who will look to do drone deliveries that are going to have a voice if we don't have a big enough voice.
That drone delivery shit ain't never going to be a thing.
Yeah. And that's why I say, Paul, and that's why I put a lot of the, as far as the lobbyist stuff, I point the fingers right at the AMA. I said the AMA, tout themselves for decades, not just the last few years. I'm talking about decades of being the voice of hobbyist flyers. And then they dropped the ball majorly by not standing up. Even when Race Day Quads did their lawsuit, where was the AMA to back them up? They were nowhere to be found. They didn't join up with them or anything else.
Yeah, and Justin, I think you're nuts if you don't think that lobbyists have any pull in Washington, because that's
I don't. If you look at the business model of drone deliveries, it doesn't make any fucking sense. You're talking about a $20,000 drone that can only fly so far, and it's going to be carrying cheap-ass products from Walmart and Amazon. You got to think of the maintenance costs, insurance costs, the cost of the drone, cost of batteries that you're going to have to constantly replace. How much product are you going to have to sell just to pay for one drone?
Yeah.
It might never pay for itself. It's just going to be an endless cost. I don't think it's ever going to be a thing. In a smaller country, maybe with less landmass, it probably could be a viable thing. But I don't know. I think the bigger countries like the U.S. that are so spread out, I just don't see it being that viable. That's just my opinion.
This comment right here is from Brandon Kreiner. He's in the USDS group, and the conversation revolving around, it all started with Skydio, telling everybody that they're going to stop with their, consumer version of drones, and then we're talking about, an American company, the American companies that are out there to, to give competition to companies like DJI, and it really is a monopoly right now. Hey, Brett, how you doing?
You're talking about drones that have to lift more weight are going to be bigger, and they're going to have to be more expensive. How much weight can a Matrice really lift? How much can that lift? I mean, what are you really? I could see medical industry working great because we all know medical industry, the shit's expensive. One heart transplant delivery could pay for the drone, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, Justin. That I agree with you on the everyday, I would say consumer level. Drone delivery is not going to be a big deal. I think it's going to be a niche thing here in America where it'll be used in medical situations. It's an option, all that kind of stuff. Just like I say, it is very successful on the continent of Africa because they don't have the infrastructure for transportation in a lot of those countries. They got one highway that skirts wherever it goes, and that's it. So if you got a drone that can cover long range, okay, you can reach a small village, all this kind of stuff. So you're doing great.
And to be honest,
But being here in America, we're too, I would say, automated, or say, and stuck to our vehicles more than anything else. That we're not going to sit there and worry about a drone delivering something. We're just
Well,
going to
that's
get
what
it
I'm
ourselves.
saying. Are you going to pay $5 for a pack of tampons or toilet paper and then have to pay an additional $10, $15 to have it delivered? Who's going to want to do that?
No, but
And then
it's
13
bringing food
pounds
in,
really. Well, Mark's saying that the Inspire 3 can lift 13 pounds. It's really not that much, to be honest with you.
Did Bertha just come out there for a second? The first thing you said was, "Are you going to pay to get tampons?"
Oh my god! Well, I'm just using everyday cheap items that would be delivered off the shelf.
We understand.
Something that's really small. Yeah, small item.
Just
Yeah.
using analogies that are close to you.
Whatever.
Just observations. Just, Freud
You know,
points.
in general, I think that any job that they give to a robot and not a human is bad, because you're taking a job away from somebody. I can understand the benefits to certain things, like when they're doing. I watched that documentary on YouTube. I don't remember who released it, but they were doing medical drone deliveries, and I think those were important because they were able to get things like blood or organs quicker to the target. That is, I understand that. But if you need a fucking Big Mac, go to fucking McDonald's or Uber Eat it, something.
Yeah.
Christ.
Well, and I would love to see them take like a UPS truck with 200 packages and put that up against 200 deliveries on a drone and see which one, of equal weight and size and everything, and see how fast
You don't know.
it would compare.
Yeah, like I say, Justin, situations like that, I don't see those being viable, because the same thing, you have to look at the point that the UPS truck has to go to a certain location to where he has enough deliveries in that area.
Right.
Like I say,
Plus they can go farther.
I might be the only guy in my block that gets a delivery today, and next day tomorrow my neighbor gets a delivery, or a guy on the next block gets a delivery 2 days later, whatever. So that's waste of resource, time, fuel, whatever you want to call it, to put a truck within a range to launch a drone, deliver one package to a neighborhood. Then have to come back the next day because the other package didn't get sorted in time. It missed the delivery truck that morning. So I agree with you on that one. It's not viable. It's just
Plus,
not.
it just doesn't have the range of a truck neither, right?
No, well,
Like
like
a
I
truck
say, it doesn't have
continuously
direct
go.
access to the truck does. So I just said those situations. That's why I said something in the, I would say enterprise area. We have to call it what it is. If you talk about, stuff to do commercial work, is enterprise level. Now, I see this Facebook user put in, I'll pay extra grand for American-made drone. Now, I can say good and bad on that. The good thing is, yeah, we're supporting American companies, but I'm all about doing that. But I'm gonna have a little heartburn from a business perspective to saying I'm paying an extra grand or two for the same capabilities of a drone DJI makes that I pay less.
Exactly.
Yeah, now, and it's
Well,
funny
let
that you
me
say that
ask you
because-
something.
Hold on. Brandon Kreiner said that he would pay an extra grand for an American-made drone. And to touch up on, because there's some of the chat that we can't see here on StreamYard. But it says, Chad Schulze said, well, a lot of people's cars will be out of commission. Lake Pilot said, it's interesting to have all hobbyists here and Dre that is doing it professionally. Let me see. Unlimited Vertigo said the AMA was happy to be treated as if they are special, but now they are just like the rest of us. Chad Schulze said, then China cuts off our medicine and PPE for people like me that are in healthcare, tit for tat. Mark White said you can already get pizza delivery in Seattle, so I'm assuming he's talking about a pizza delivery by drone.
That's what Bill Thomas was talking about yesterday.
Yeah, and then Captain Joe America said China restricted equipment includes drones that weigh. Oh, so he's talking about so it doesn't affect anything that he flies because it's not above the 8-pound restriction they were talking about. So.
Well, one of the things too people don't realize is actually Chinese manufacturing is actually rising significantly every year in the cost of it. And that's why some companies, that's why they're calling India the new China, right? Because their manufacturing costs are actually
pulling out. They're
lower.
leaving. Yeah, they're pulling out. They're leaving.
China's going to be.
TSMC is not the only silicon manufacturer out there. Intel is the second biggest producer. You got Hynix out of South Korea. You got There's other sources for this, so it's not going to all go all to hell completely.
Well,
Yeah.
we make
It costs
you
more.
know, everybody knows when you mass produce stuff, the more you make, the cheaper it gets.
Mm.
And honestly, a Skydio 2 wasn't much more expensive or cheaper than any DJI drone out there,
No,
and it was made in a lot
wasn't.
less numbers.
Yeah, and like I say, the
Here's
Skydio drone was a very good drone for what it did. It was marketed and made for the outdoorsy action adventure type individual.
Mm.
That's what it's made for. Anybody who had one or has one knows that the camera on it was not all that great compared to the camera like on a even a Mavic 2 Pro. That's what they came out about the same time.
It was a flying
So-
action cam.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was a very good flying action cam is what it is, and that's what it's very good at. But other than that, it didn't have the qualities of, like I say, the Mavic 2 Pro, which came out about the same time as it did. But the sensors on it were very good. That's what made it a choice for those who did the outdoor bike guys who did the trail bike riding, runners, all that kind of stuff. Excellent drone for that type of activity. But for other people, and plus it had short range. That was one of the biggest knocks on it. The Skydio had very short range compared to a DJI or an Autel drone. So that's why the beacon was such a big deal on it, that you need to have that beacon to maintain a GPS connection between the beacon and the drone itself.
But I honestly think if they made their own version, say they made an identical Mavic 3 with just as good as specs and everything, I really don't think it would cost that much more than one coming out of China at this point.
Well, the technology is there. Like I said, the guy I talked to from Wingtra, they got this this VTOL. Okay, it's just as good as a M300. Okay, probably better in some aspects, but the thing costs $35,000.
Mm.
And I told the guy,
And there's some of the important components that you need for a drone just are not made in America.
Mm.
right,
But look at the cost of an Inspire 3 with all the trimmings too, though.
right.
Yeah.
So I told the guy, like I said, $35,000. I could buy 2 M30Ts, and still get the same job done. Now, the Wingtra may be more efficient at doing it, and it's really built to do large agricultural type work. Several hundreds of acres of land is what it's made for, and they can do it
Yeah.
all within about 20, 30 minutes and stuff. Has an excellent camera on it, everything. But like I say, you need it for that. So if I bought one of those and I only had a 2-acre project, it's really not. It's overkill and a waste of time.
Yeah. And now, do you really think that Skydio is going to be able to compete with, say, your DJI products if they're trying to go after the market that you buy from? Do you really think they're going to be able to compete with DJI?
Well, the big selling point, like I say, with Skydio is the fact they're American made. They already got the military contract with the what's the thing called, the X2, whatever it is, type of thing. They got the military contract, so all they got to do right now is continue to perfect that drone for the military, because that's what it's for. It's for the small troop level, platoon level application and so forth, to help out those troops in the front lines, to be able to give it a little more vision.
So yeah,
Oh, that'd be
Brandon
great.
says he's doing 235 acres on a Mavic 2 Pro and it sucks.
Yeah, Mavic 2 Pro is not a good mapping drone because it has electronic shutter. Now, like tomorrow, I got a job that's just under 400 acres. I'm going to fly half of it with my Phantom and the other half with my new Mavic 3 multi-spectrum, because I'm trying to break that in and so forth. So I'll do half and half, and I'm gonna do a video on that, because a lot of people like what I do. You hear the terrain following and everything else. Terrain following only works on those systems 200 acres or less. So even a big job like I'm doing tomorrow, which is almost 400
Yeah.
acres, I got to split it up in 2 to do terrain following. And I have to do that because the elevation changes on this housing development is over 100 feet difference in certain parts of it.
I don't.
I want
I don't think if the government banned DJI drones, it's going to end the hobby. I think there might be a time period for 6 months or so where there's nothing being coming out, but that's a multi-billion-dollar market. Somebody would fill that vacuum, whether it be a Japanese company, an American company, even Australia.
Sam,
I mean,
Yeah.
it could be multiple companies would fill that vacuum.
Hey,
They're not going
Paul,
to let a multi-billion-dollar.
not gonna
But
say,
are there
Paul, who
enough
wrote
made
that
already?
last message from Facebook about the
You're
SDK?
talking about this one right here.
Yeah.
because they don't
That
have.
is Brandon Kreiner.
Okay. Like I say, Brandon, it's all about it's a business thing. It's a business decision. The Mavic 3 was designed for the consumer level to do the hobbyist, pretty pictures type stuff. For enterprise work, mapping, all that kind of good stuff. The Mavic 3 doesn't cut it because it does not have a mechanical shutter. So that's going to be the clicker right there. And not to say you can't do mapping with electronic shutter, it's just not as accurate.
Yeah.
And that's why I went out and bought a RTK base station to go with the drones I have, to go with this Mavic 3 multi-spectrum I have. I do plan on buying a older Phantom RTK so I can even do more accurate mapping with that system. Because like I said, I bought that Mavic Enterprise Advanced 2 years ago, and I'm just now getting some calls to do more thermal work.
Yeah, it looks like Brett's trying to chime in here. What's Brett got to say?
Yeah.
I just saw somebody today using a Mini 2 for some kind of inspection thing. I don't know what the heck he was doing. I don't know if he worked for the roofing company that was there, but he still got whatever he was trying to do, but he couldn't figure out how to get the pictures off the RCN one. So I chuckled and just kind of laughed, walked away.
Didn't try to help
Maybe
him. He
that's
just
why
walked
he was
away.
using the Mini
Yeah.
too.
I'm like, oh, that's nice. And I just kind of went and did
He
my
was
job.
probably just taking photos of the roof. I mean, any drone can do that.
Right.
How
I
much
don't
says
know.
the guy's is 107 also?
Yeah, I have no idea. I thought he said MediaCom on his lapel, but I have no idea why he would have been with the roofing company. But whatever.
Like I said, just about any drone you buy, if you can learn how to use it, you can do a lot of things with it. Like I said, you can do roofing jobs with a Mini 2, all that kind of stuff. But it's just going to be a lot more work you have to do.
Oh, sure.
So,
It
and
depends
like I
on what the
say, when
person
you're
wants to get
doing
too.
small residential stuff like that, it's not a real big deal. But while you, like I said, the job I got to do in about 2 weeks, I have 18 buildings.
Yeah.
I have to map.
A little bit bigger scale. Just a little bit bigger.
So I was like, so I got 18 different size buildings I got to map and go out there and get this done. So we're talking about I have 16 Mavic 2 batteries to go for my Mavic Enterprise Advance to try to get this done.
Nice.
So like I say, I tell guys, like, when you do certain things at a certain level, you got to think at that level and stuff. And a Mini 2 would probably be burnt out trying to do 18 buildings. That's a lot. That's a lot of flying. A lot of flying.
Yeah. You've got to try.
Oh yeah, nothing wrong with trying.
Start somewhere.
Yeah, you've got to find.
Except for this guy still
Yeah,
can't get it off his
it's all
Android.
about
That's
finding
so
that
funny.
work.
You got to start somewhere. Like I said, I did some of that grunt work for Drone Base and Droners.io several years ago.
Nick.
So I did some of that grunt work, and now I'm working with better clients who pay a lot better. And
Yeah, but you've got to. I've found, because I'm just starting out, and I've found that you've got to, start at the bottom and do all the
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to
entry
him.
level work. No, it's all about the
I'm
entry
sure
level
you would be
work.
just fine. Why am I rubbing his ass?
No.
I'm sure you would be just fine. You could do it. Look, you got that
Yeah, but
cool
what
shark
I've
feature.
found, because I've
can do
been trying to work in that space, is that you firstly got to build up a bit of credibility.
Yeah.
And then once you build the credibility, then people will see what you can do, and then they'll pick you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not some fly-by-nighter. I, done my research and got involved because I got involved with the community because a community is more than just networking. And I'm not a person that really wants a network. I want to get in and put myself in the middle of the community, and then other people can help with any resources. If I need to ask a question, if I need to do this, I need to do that. So I've just basically building up my credibility, for want of a better word, and then being able to, maybe get, video testimonials from any of you guys, which would say, Dominic's a great guy, and we'd love to have him do some work for them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, especially if you're going to be pushing in the Australian market, it would be good to have a bunch of testimonials. Yeah, that's something to look into. And I'm sure there's plenty of people in the drone community who would.
Yeah, and like I say, in our day and age, with social media being the way it is, and even the we call old school now, having a website, these are your portfolios. And that's why, most of the stuff you see on my YouTube page is usually tutorial type stuff that I talk about using drones in the field, talking about safety procedures, all this kind of stuff. Because when I go out and meet people and I give them my business card, it has my YouTube, name on there. It has my regular web page on there, and go from there. And that's what people. That's what people see. Now, the funny thing got me, Dom.
Right,
there was a guy.
You have a question here, Dre.
Yeah. What is it?
Michael Belshi says, you have had much work with your M3M yet, and how are you liking it?
I just got it last week, and so this will be tomorrow. Will be the first planned flight. I took it for a test drive the week before on another housing development, and this week will be the first one I'm actually going to use it with the client. And so I'll be doing a video tomorrow talking about the use of that, because I did find out I'm going to tell you guys what's going to be in the video I'm going to do tomorrow. I did find out how to get drone deploy on the RC Pro.
Oh, great.
And I have the link. So I'll be posting that in the video tomorrow, how to get it on there. But you have to have the RC Pro Enterprise version for you to get it. And you have to load up Amazon App Store, and then also the drone deploy pops up there, and you can add it to the controller. But if you try to look for drone deploy on your own in the Amazon App Store, it will never come. It never pops up. So there's something on that Enterprise drone that tells it to show up in the Amazon App Store.
What's up, Andrew?
There's a little trick there they got going on. Because I had a telephonic meeting scheduled with drone deploy the day before. Asked him, I said, dude, you guys got to do better than this. You should not have to have people searching high and low for an app that you guys talked about when you released the Mavic 3E as being able to work on this controller. So that's what we're going to do. So tomorrow I'll be covering that. We're covering the information on the RC Pro. I'll be talking about information using the M3M, and I'll also be using terrain awareness with the M3M tomorrow also. So that'll be
and Michael Belchi said thank you, by the way, and he's going to watch your video tomorrow.
Yeah, appreciate it and stuff. So yeah, that's like I say. That's what I use my YouTube stuff for tutorials and explain some stuff. Now that I got the base station, I'm gonna show some people about finding known points at a job site and stuff. A lot of people think you go to these YouTube thing, they talk about, oh, I got this RTK base station, and they just set it up right outside the truck. I said, well, it can become a known point, but that takes more time to set up. If you know where the points that are already done by surveyors on your job site, you just set the thing right over that point right there, and then everything locks in a lot easier.
Yeah. Now, as far as I understand it, to answer Andrew's question there, he said, I heard in certain Android app stores, the DJI Go app is fake. I don't know if there's actually a DJI app in the store anymore. You have to go directly to the website.
You have to download it from DJI side.
The ones on the App Store are actually phishing sites.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried doing it on a tablet the other last week, and it was totally started asking me for weird stuff. I'm like, what?
Yeah, all
Exactly.
my tablets and stuff are older ones. Like I got the Apple Pad 5th or 6th generation, so they still have the Go 4 app on that, all that kind of stuff. So I never had to go straight to the DJI site. So
Yeah,
basically,
you have to down.
all you guys got these new fancy phones and new tablets. Yeah, you
This
got
is
to
an
go to
old
DJI
tablet
site.
my wife let me use. So
Yeah.
she's so nice. I
Yeah,
love
you
my
got to
wife.
download the APK file from their website.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love my wife.
I had to do it for the Spark last week, so I could
What did
test
you
it.
do wrong that you're mushing your wife right now, Brett?
Everything.
What happened? What did you do wrong?
Everything, Bill.
Oh.
I woke up today.
Hey, well, that's all it takes.
Yeah.
Already at a disadvantage.
She had the pillow ready. But
Oh wow, it was that serious, huh?
Your luck, she'll just be watching this, and then you will catch even more later. You're in some deep shit, dude.
Mm.
Don't worry, if you get hot, you just throw your drone up in the air and use it as a fan. It works good for a while.
yeah, mine's grounded right now again. Oh well. I'm trying to fire it up, but put it in the Eagle River at the FPV Palooza.
Mm.
So,
How was that?
So, Don,
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
You were going to say, Paul?
yeah, I was curious. What is this thing that you're planning on doing in Australia? What are you looking to do? Why don't you talk about it?
Basically,
Yeah.
what I did was I started a business a while ago, and then I wanted to collaborate with someone, and they said that I didn't have enough YouTube subscribers and enough clout. So
Sons
I
of
thought
bitches.
the best place to do it is to, hi Ross,
Hey, Ross, how you doing?
is to really,
He's from your neck of the woods.
oh yeah, he's a Queenslander. So basically, what I felt to do, rather than just networking and clout chasing, I felt that I needed to immerse myself in a community, and I've always been a community-minded person. So to make friends with people in a community is more important to me than being a clout chaser, because I
When
wanted
are you
to.
going to start making some friends?
No, because I feel that
sounds
essentially,
great. Start implementing.
Should have saw that coming.
yeah, I got thrown under the bus. No, I feel that there's if it's a great sense of community where people can relate to each other, and the
Wow, Tammy.
ideologies of
Yeah.
people that resonate with each other, and a great sense of helping each other.
Who's a rude prick? Me?
Oh, is she talking about homeboy from?
I think
one
I'm
that-
hoping that she's discussing about someone that was on Ken Heron a couple of weeks ago.
I know
yeah,
what
the
you're
dude-
talking about. Yeah, and
the dude
listen, I can agree with Ross here. Dominic is very supportive in the community. He's always been a go-to. So, the community is lucky to have him here.
Was it true he didn't even know what remote ID is? Granted, he's in Australia, but everybody's been talking about that shit for 2 years now. Like, even if you're not
As I
living
said,
here, you've heard of it.
Now I'll state this publicly. I have no ill will towards this person. I just feel that when you're in a community, you have to be immersed in that community, not just come in and get a guest spot on a live show. One, if you're going to do that, you've got to immerse yourself in it, resonate with people, but, be supportive of the community, because if you embrace the community will then embrace you. And that's
dig
that's
deep.
something I've been brought up on.
Somebody's been reading their Tony Robbins books.
No. That's what I've been brought up on. I've been brought up, if you're to be something, and it will, Ross. I've seen the papers on it. It's about 5 years away. But if you're going to do something, you have to immerse yourself in that. You have to resonate with the people.
And this is what you got to follow right here. I agree with Tammy 100%. Don't wish him bad. You just need to do way better, and you already are.
What are you guys talking about?
He's massive.
there was a
He's
guy-
200
I'll
subs.
send.
All
I'll
the
send.
level
I
W
will
shit, I kind
send.
of drifted off. What was it?
It's on Ken Heron. There's someone. There was a guest on.
Oh, I didn't
Heron
watch Ken this
about
past week. I was,
3
When
weeks.
Dominic's first got into the community and he started talking drones with this guy who's local to where he is,
Yeah, dude only had
he-
like less than
the guy
100 subs.
shit
too.
on Dominic and told Dominic he wouldn't amount to anything, basically. And you know, when you say things like that to new people in a community, you know, you just can't say that to people. You know, you gotta.
Well, Matt can be a prick when he's drinking, though.
Yeah, but this is the thing: is this dude had less than 100 subs, but he had the real ego of what Matt jokes about.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
how Matt jokes about being a huge channel. This dude actually thought he was like Mr. Beast with his 70 subs.
Yeah, because I, as I said,
Yeah.
what I did was I wanted to immerse myself in the community, and being a person, being a business that was not recommended to me, but it was a business that was doing exactly the same thing as I wanted to do. And I said,
Oh.
rather than competing when it's such a small industry here, rather than competing, why don't we work together for the greater good? But that didn't resonate with him.
Oh,
Well,
come on,
just-
Donald.
just have him killed.
Yeah.
Who needs him? He's got 100 subs. Fuck him. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me.
And,
No, he's got like 400 something now, I think, right?
Ooh.
and another, as I said, another thing, I'm not here to bash
Lambo, put the
anybody.
knife away.
I'm basically here to state that I made more subs in 1 month than he has on his entire lifetime of that channel. And I'm basically here to help
I
everybody
wish
out.
I knew who we were talking about.
I'll
Yeah,
send
it's
He was on Ken Heron's show. You could just go back and watch the.
I can't remember his
Give me
name.
a
Otherwise,
second.
I'd say it because I don't give a shit. But I don't remember the dude's name, to be honest with you.
give
Well,
me a second,
Some
Bill.
dude.
No,
But what
Well, look,
I'm
you got
trying
some
to
help from
do,
Captain Joe America.
well, I'm glad
Basically-
Joe said it because I was not gonna go there.
no, basically, what I'm wanting is I'm wanting
I
everybody's
didn't
support
mean it.
to help me build up and make my experience and my business, and he's making a living out of it, and that's what I want to achieve.
Joe's about to be the 60-year-old John Wick over here.
I was just kidding, Joe. Relax. Settle down there, buddy.
Now,
As I
I'm gonna
said,
throw this.
I'm not. I'm not. I don't have any ill will towards this person. It doesn't bother me, but what I want to do is then be better than him, and that is why I immersed myself to show how genuine I am. And that's why I come on streams and do everything to help everybody, rather
If
than just
anybody's
being a crowd
wondering-
chaser.
Why do I
Talking
feel like I'm
about
in an
Bud
AA
Ball.
meeting? Hi, I'm Bill, and I fly drones. Hi,
Hi,
Bill.
Bill.
Oh,
Now, Dominic, are we
that tells you I ain't never been.
are we talking about
Dominic, we all
Mudball
love you. We
Creative?
all support you. What is it you want to do? We'll do it with you.
I pass.
Yeah, I want to make a living out of, maybe drone pilot or various things, various skills that I have.
Okay.
I hate to be serious, but I'm.
No,
showing
you-
a
I've
serious
seen you
side
have the
to me.
ability to get young, attractive girls in your car. You can make a business
Yeah.
out of that.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and
Hey,
that's
Alex, how you
why.
doing?
But
That's because he puts a
hello,
$100
Alex.
bill on a fishing line.
Yeah.
He's like, come here.
But I just want to put this guy's drone channel out there. His drone channel is called Full Time Drones. If you're actually talking about getting to the drone business, I encourage you to watch this guy's vlogs. He also has a podcast. It's called Full Time Drones.
for
And,
time.
full-time drones.
Can you put a link in the chat? So
I don't-
Is that the guy that Dom's talking about? Is that who we have to take down?
No.
Oh.
This guy's he's in California now. He started off his drone business in Georgia, and now he's moved to California. But he has, I mean, he tells you, it tells you how it is. This guy's a road warrior, and he's
and
out
I'm
there.
going to give a shout. I'm going to give a shout out to someone. There is a guy.
By the way, I'm sorry to interrupt you before you do that shout out. I am now starting to see the live chat show up in the StreamYard chat.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's coming up quicker.
I just thought I'd tell you. Yeah, it wasn't showing up. No, they were right. It wasn't showing up before. Now it is.
And
Now,
this is
I
Jason
did
Grant, by
change
the
one
way.
thing. I changed mine from top chat to live chat. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. I'm sorry. Who are you going to give a shout out to, Dominic? I
I'm going to give a
apologize.
shout out to a guy by the name of Aaron Regimoney, who is a local pilot in Melbourne, and he runs a company by the name of UA Visuals. And I spoke to him on, he was giving away a free 15-minute mentoring session. And the guy is the loveliest guy you've ever meet. So when I saw his videos and the way he goes about it, I purchased a course. He does a course, and I must say I can't speak highly enough of him, and he really returned my faith in. He really returned my faith in humanity.
Oh, I don't believe
the
that.
description.
Donald, I don't believe you ever said that about Dominic. You're the intellectual side of Bill's channel.
Yes.
Oh God, there is no intellectual side to my channel. Don't even lie. He's like in a wasteland all by himself there.
No, he always comes in sober, drinking his water and his freshly mint tea, and he just says smart ass things all night. Like definitely the intellectual
Tammy
side.
Jean says, Dre, where did you put that link?
I put it in there about a minute or two ago.
Did you put it in? Are you in Dominic's chat? Or are you in another channel's chat?
I'm in Dominic's chat. I put it in there.
Full-time drones is my buddy Kyle W. Actually, he travels all over the country. That's what he does too.
Yeah,
this guy got his start basically doing, which is the best area to start if you actually want to get into drone business, is doing utility work, utility line work. And but he also does the interior with the Matterport system, which is very expensive.
Yes, I've looked into Matterport.
Yeah, he has one of those systems he uses for the interiors. He flies everything from the big Matrice 300 down to a Phantom. It depends on what job he does. And that's why I'm telling folks that a lot of times you need to have, a few drones to cover whatever type of work that you're doing at the time. One drone doesn't fit all. Sometimes a big drone gets in the way of itself, where you can use a smaller drone that can fit a lot easier and a lot easier to fly, depends upon where you're at. So like I said, it's good to have a variety of drones at your disposal so you get the chance to use different ones in different situations.
Bill, I've sent you the stream in your messenger, so you know who I'm talking about.
That guy,
Uncle Bill.
He's funny looking. That guy there with the racing stripe in the middle of his beard.
Well, Tammy, if you ever had guests on your show, they'd be able to restream as well.
Ooh, Justin throwing some shade.
Feel the burn.
Man, I tell you what, you're going to get a nice bite in the cheeks from Jasper for that.
No, Jasper.
In any of them. But yeah, I hate to get all serious because I'm usually a bit of a joker, but I'm just being serious. And I must say, and another couple of shout outs to the two Bretts, Brett from Victorian Aerial Vision and to Brett from Gizmo Drones. They are another two awesome guys as well. And I must say, my initial step into this community might have been a little bit of a mess, but everybody else has made up for it. I haven't met anybody else that's like that. Everybody else has been really friendly. So it's a shout out to everybody else.
Hey Dom, there's 3 Bretts.
Why wouldn't somebody be friendly to? Why wouldn't somebody
you're
be
the
friendly
third.
to you? You're very polite and nice to everybody.
Yeah, I know.
If they're not nice to you, they're just dickheads.
Exactly. Yeah, we have Brett from Victorian Aerial Vision, and he's been on Justin's channel a couple of times. Brett, as in Gizmo Drones, has been on Matt's channel. And if you're not subscribed to Gizmo Drones, I think you have to.
This guy's got
if you're not,
519
you're missing out.
subscribers. Big
Tammy,
deal.
if I want to hit 10,000 before the end of the year, then yes, I need more watch time.
Yeah.
10,000. You want 10,000 watch hours?
Oh, I'm at like 8,500 right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Just by having like video game hookers on your show on a regular.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Bill,
you should be proud of yourself.
Justin has tapped into that niche market of his people, and they support each other greatly.
That's not niche at all. The gaming video market is.
You'll be surprised of the great following of those in that category, part of the alphabet soup.
No, because if they saw my videos, they would take great offense to them.
Well, like I said, if you can't laugh at yourself, it's not funny, you know.
And that's what I'm really good at. I'm good at laughing at myself.
Really follow you, Justin. Yeah.
No, he's smart. I mean, that gaming streaming thing. If you just, you ever eat like some dried out food and little bits crumble off your fork and fall on the side of your plate? If he got that much of it, he'd be 10 times bigger than all of us, because that's how big it is.
That's what I said. If I got 1% of the gaming market, I'd be fucking massive. You're talking about an average of 3.5 billion gamers.
Let's be real, Justin. You're not talking about the gaming market.
Right in the gutter.
I mean, you could be posting some gaming content, but we all know the reason why you got the following you have.
What was the name of that movie? What game?
The fact that everybody likes his wife?
No, Bertha was blowing people in the fucking bathroom. I'm just gonna call it for what it is.
What?
I've never
watched any of those videos.
I was being politically correct and polite.
And I'm a gamer. I refuse. I like your streams, but I won't watch that shit.
Oh man.
No, I like it.
Oh my God, Donald.
Actually, honestly, what makes his shorts really funny is videos, the Bertha videos, because see, he has the people that are in the game in the server that can't hear him at certain points. But when you're watching the video, you know he's having a blast because he's giggling the whole damn time while he's doing the shit during the game. It's funny.
Yeah, when I do the push to mic, they can't hear me if I don't.
Yeah,
push.
But if you watch the YouTube video, you hear him giggling in the back.
Oh, did you hear her voice?
Yeah, wasn't it what?
Hey there, baby, give it to me. Give it to me.
Game.
Did you watch the video I just did yesterday?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, watch that one, because Bertha gets a bulge after the cop.
I saw the title.
I put above my head, I said, bulge gets bigger.
That's my
And
bulge.
the cop, after the cop handcuffed me, and he got super pissed. He goes, "You sick fucker."
Hey, Sean from Geeks Varna, thanks for stopping by. Really, I really appreciate it.
Top notch celeb there, Justin. You're getting Geeks Varna in your show.
Sean's
he's on my chat.
Yeah,
Sean's been a member of my channel for a while.
He's not showing up any. He doesn't come to my channel.
He doesn't have a wrench, Dominic.
I just gave him a wrench, so you've got a wrench. You've got a wrench, Sean.
What people don't realize.
I'm honored to have you in my channel.
Yeah,
Sean,
I have to give a lot of credit to Sean because I watch Sean's content, and I like when he's delivering a story on something. I like how he stays in the middle and doesn't go left or right at all. He stays in the middle and completely independent from one side or the other, and he just brings it how it is, and not enough people do that. So, that's good stuff, Sean.
Yeah,
what people don't realize
one
is
of my favorites. Hey,
Sean-
Tom,
I'm a member of Sean's channel, and he never comes on my stream ever.
Sean is
Just
actually
because it's
really
4:00 in the morning, I don't want to hear any excuses.
well. Sean's actually really good friends with Tim. That most people don't know that. Him and Tim, you should see them in my chat. Oh my god, it's hilarious.
Mm.
He comes in there harassing
just
Tim all the time.
Tim's an easy target.
Oh, Sean,
yeah.
Sean comes in
I got
to the
intimidated.
chat and goes right into the gutter on Tim.
I was going to say Tim's is such an easy target.
But a lot of people don't realize is Tim actually was one of the first people Sean ever met on YouTube.
Oh,
He was here earlier, JJ. I don't know if he's still around though. I'm sorry, Brandon. JJ was in here earlier, but I don't know if he still is.
Hey, Lon. Yeah. That's the topic of Sean's next video.
Yes, he is.
He said Tim
Yes.
Jackson's a
Yes, he is.
He must be
Now I must
sad.
say, when I was starting out watching all the drone videos about 3 years ago, you just type in drone on YouTube and you watch various accounts and various people, and there are some people you resonate more with, and there are some people you'll just watch. But there are many people that I've really resonated with to the point where I would basically say like a family member or a brother,
Or at least a friend.
Oh.
Yeah, that's very nice.
and there are many people that I would say if you're in Australia, I'll come and buy you a beer.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
probably, that's what I would do.
Would you buy me a beer, Dominic?
Yep, definitely.
Would it have like Rohypnol in it or something? Or
No.
You don't find me attractive? I'm a little- I'm sorry. I was thinking about Tim Jackson. He's been married 3 times. There must be a reason. Rohypnol.
Hey, Brad.
Be red.
Yeah, and that's basically why, I've looked at certain channels. Some of them, I'll watch, and then there'll be people that I'll go, I'll buy a beer. So yeah. And I must say, there are a lot of people that are very friendly,
Hey, Alex.
and I'm just blown away by it.
It's pretty neat, huh? People you would have never met in a million years, and you feel like you're next door neighbors to them.
Exactly.
Although I don't know my next door neighbors, but you know what I'm saying. I do. Actually, I do. My neighbors do like us. It's not because of
I
me.
started the stream. Okay.
Is it? Because you
Lon
like Justin?
Lon was wondering who actually started this mess.
Yeah, I started the mess. But yeah,
Somebody told me that what was it when they first started doing the restreaming thing on StreamYard? Somebody said it was actually against YouTube's terms and policies because they consider it spam. But I never did look into it. But that's what they were saying.
He's got him up in the basement.
Bring out the camp.
all right, and I'll say this, and I'm being very serious. There's a lot of people on here that I'd go out of my way for.
Oh,
Are you drinking tonight? Because you're awful
No.
lovey-dovey. You're very lovey-dovey tonight.
He's got the
No,
roof.
I'm
hit
just-
on.
I'm-
He's been
I'm
roofing.
just-
I like you, Dominic, and everybody here likes you, and we feel like you like us. But tonight,
okay.
I'm getting uncomfortable.
I've just really wanted to get this off my chest.
I guess
Cool.
it is from what Sean's saying there.
Yeah, and with but
Tom.
now you have a program like StreamYard which allows it. How many people don't even realize that it's so? I mean,
Well, that's what I'm
so they
wondering.
actually have a policy against restreaming.
He's not the first one that said that neither. That's why I'm kind of curious on why though. Like, what's the big deal?
I thought they
Uh-oh,
opened it
Justin.
up though.
You're bringing traffic to YouTube either way.
You're gonna lose your second channel and all your subs. So you got to figure out hold of the niche again.
I'll just start over.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Yep,
Dominic.
I'd agree with that comment, Lon. But I'm not going to name them.
What? Who you love? You love us all.
No, the other way around. It says in there.
Oh, there's a few you're not
if
so
they
crazy
want
about.
to
There's a few I'm not so crazy about.
Well, if Uncle Bill pissed on them, it might make the fire bigger. All that alcohol.
The more alcohol I drink, the prettier you all get. Look at you, God.
Thanks,
God.
Bill. Thanks.
Yeah, you are pretty. Dre's the prettiest.
No.
You are. Look at those
That
white
tie
teeth
all
and everything.
askew.
That white teeth and that loose tie and everything. Got it going on, brother.
Just saunters.
Well, Justin, I spent more time than I should playing with you. Dom's all right.
Now he's uncomfortable. He's gonna leave.
Sounded weird.
And I'm always enjoy Uncle Bill's banter. And it's good to have Lambo in to keep the room balanced. But I'm about to bounce out. All right. So all you folks know that you're all part of Justin's community now. So if you get other new subs and they ask you certain questions, don't feel offended.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, later, guys.
So long, Dre. Take her easy. I agree.
No
I
worries.
agree with
Thanks for-
Tammy. I don't like the.
stopping by, Dre. Thanks. For
I don't like the
stopping by.
restreaming. I put the restream up to hopefully garner more people for the stream I'm in. Which would be your stream. I mean, that's why I would do it, but it's so clumsy. No, we're not really there. We're really over here. Come on over here, and it's like shut up. And some people will say, "Oh, I'm in both now." Well, that's very nice. Thank you very much. It's just weird. If they all showed up in your chat, which they're never going to do, then it'd be different. You know what I mean? Like if we all could come together, we can all see it together. That'd be great. But the way it is now, it's really clumsy.
It is clumsy.
And it caused the bug earlier.
Oh, they'll get it refined eventually.
Then you and I have all the same friends, so it's not going to do anything.
The biggest thing would just be combining all the chats.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess they've already done that, but because
you
can respond now. Before, you couldn't respond to individual chats, but now you can type it in there and it goes to every chat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It would be nice
just as long as you're in mine as well.
But the problem is everybody that's in all the other chats can't see each other unless you're putting it on the screen like Dominic's doing. That's the only downfall. So
I officially realize I'm going to feel like shit at work tomorrow. I'm going to have another drink. I've resigned myself to the fact that I'm going to be a miserable peckerhead at work tomorrow.
Yes, this is a private stream, Sean.
Kombucha, Bill. In the morning, have some kombucha.
Plus, I got to get up early tomorrow. I reboot the POS system tomorrow. Oh, I am with Bill. Who's Facebook user?
That is Brandon Kreiner.
Smart man.
Yeah.
Have some cookies to Bill. What?
He likes them better from the 80s, though.
Yeah, they were better back then. I've got cookies. I've got pound cake. There's all kinds of food in the other room. That's what's funny. My wife's like, you got to lose weight. You're too fat. And then she buys $300 worth of food and puts it in the refrigerator. Or puts it on the shelf in the refrigerator and like that. And don't eat it. What the hell? It's like my grandmother. I used to go to my Italian. All right, can I change the subject now? I used to go to my mother's side is Italian, and we would go there, and they would put out tons of unbelievable food, on the table.
Say, Brad, thanks for stopping
Don't
by.
ask for it.
Bye, Brad.
What's up, Brad? Later.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm interrupting you.
Goodbye.
I'm going to go get a drink now. And think about
good work,
my
Sean. Good work.
cooking, Yeah. Yeah. Did you guys have a grandmother that said, "Don't ever ask for the last pork chop or the last of anything"? Because she would give it to the guy next to you who didn't want it because it's rude. You don't ask for the last of what's there. So would it just have to sit there while you were keeping your elbows off the table?
Good, take it.
Oh, they were
Oh,
very
by the way,
strict.
Shannon, if you want us to see your name here so you don't show up as Facebook user, you just have to grant StreamYard a permission. It's in the link. It should be in the link in the video description on Facebook. You just click that and it lets them see your profile and your name and it'll share it here. Up to you.
Do you have to do that every time somebody goes live, or is it
I
just
think
a
you
No,
only
you
have
just
to
have
do
to
it
do it
once.
once. Just once.
Okay.
Just the first time.
I lost my point. I'll be back.
I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever actually
Yeah.
chatted from Facebook on a stream, so I didn't know that.
Damn, 39 chats just came through.
I'll just go straight to YouTube if I see somebody posting to Facebook.
Too much direction to
private
follow
chat.
right now. That's fine too.
You all right there, Bill?
Yeah, I was just thinking my story was much funnier to me than it would be to any of you because, you know,
Contemplating
laugh.
life.
you're not Italian. You're not Italian. Facebook user knows what I'm talking about, though. You know, don't ask for
I'm
that last.
Italian.
I used to have a deal with my brother. You want that last pork chop? Yeah, ask. Yeah, okay, I'll ask for it. You can't ask for the last pork. That's rude. What if somebody else wants it? Michael, you eat it. Oh, Grandma, I don't really want it. No, you eat it. So we had it worked out. We would figure it out.
Scheming.
Don't eat any bread. You might fill up on the bread. They put this beautiful Italian bread out. You can't have it because you're going to fill up on it. Well, who the F wants it after you're done eating? You got to dip it in the sauce and the bread. Anyway, that was my life. Nobody understands it.
It's supposed to be left over for croutons.
So invited Geek Savannah. He's a member on my channel, Max.
Well, I'd love to get to that.
Access
I've
to
got the
boobies.
numbers. All I need to do is
I know,
get the
to
watch
be honest,
hours.
To be honest, I didn't really know Sean, and he just popped in my chat one night because, like I said, he's friends with Tim.
Yeah,
And then he's really cool. Me and him started going back and
yeah.
forth to each
As I
other's
said,
channel.
I reckon
You
he's
trying to
probably
just chill
one
now?
of
He's a nice guy.
the
peers?
very first people I started watching.
Yeah, he's a
Because I
really
could-
nice.
As I said, I can really resonate with Sean. He is an awesome dude.
I watch his live streams more when they pertain to when he's talking just about U.S. stuff. But
Yeah.
even when he's talking mostly stuff over there, I come in there just to screw with him. I'll see if I can get him to laugh.
Mm. See,
Yeah.
I like listening to, US, Canada, and the UK because all of that information needs to be brought down to Australia. Because as I see it, and I'm out there regularly, I've not seen that many people doing what people are doing over there. And I think there's a huge gap in the market.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets a pretty good crowd on his live shows too.
Mm.
Diverse too.
I've noticed that he does get a handful of like the people from the U.S. on there, but he does
Yeah.
have a lot more people from like
Yeah, I
England,
see a lot of names
European
on there that I
countries.
don't see in other.
Exactly, that's what I'm
streams.
saying. There's quite a few that come over to his channel that I don't ever see on the American streams or the Australian streams.
And that's good because the more the wider you cast the net, you can get different people's, and the more people you get, the more people we'll have. So
And don't forget. And another reminder, Ron's going live from Sturgis tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern on Matt's show.
yeah,
Don't
and
forget, don't miss that.
yeah,
8
and
p.m.
it's
Eastern.
time to. I've just looked at the clock, and it's time to wrap up. So I'm a little bit. Come over, W. I'm trying to remember your name's Darren.
Daryl.
Daryl. Okay,
What's
my
your brother's
apologies.
name, Daryl?
Okay, Daryl. Yeah, come over. Okay, I think it is time to wrap it up because we've gone about 20 minutes over time. So,
Yeah, we done a good
I
show
didn't-
though. A lot of information out there.
yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so one last thing. We'll have to wait till Bill gets back, but we'll give some final thoughts. I'm going to highlight Justin.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What do you want me to say?
Your just any final thoughts, anything you want to promote.
For a
Yeah.
good time, call Bertha.
Yeah,
No, I mean, if you haven't checked out my channel, you can come check out my channel. If not, it's whatever. And like I said, just don't forget Matt's going to be live tomorrow. We'll have a live feed from Sturgis.
exactly.
From
That's
around
what you
Lockwood.
needed to promote. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Brett, you want to make a comment as we leave?
Yeah, I just wanted to reinforce what you're saying as far as the drone community. Popped over to the Eagle River meetup this last weekend, and it was phenomenal. Got to meet Barkley and Mike Duran and Mike Toto and Sergio and just Max and Tammy and Jasper, and it was awesome. So if you can ever make it to a meetup, I highly suggest it. Go. I got to fly acro. Never been on a 5-inch before, and was able to get up, and good times. So, all right. With that, I pass.
Okay.
Thanks.
See you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, well, get
Uncle Bill is back.
What's going on?
well, we're
Somebody
doing
go-
we're doing our goodbyes.
Are we?
Yep.
I just filled my drink. Straight booze, too. Oh. Now what do I got to do?
Now you okay. Well,
I guess it's
You
porn
what are
for me.
your closing
goodbye.
thoughts?
My closing thoughts. Come see me Sunday night. I hadn't had the greatest turnout last couple of Sundays. What's going on? You guys don't like me anymore, bitches. Anyway, stop at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Uncle Bill's chat. Come say hi. Dominic, I'm glad to know that you love us. We love you.
Yep. Yep.
We like Paul, but we love you. And have a good night. I have nothing to say. This was just fun and frivolity, and it's coming to an end, and I'm sad.
Oh, we must do this more often then.
Why not?
Okay, see you, Bill. Okay,
Yeah, you know, the
you've got the
problem with-
floor.
Yeah. So the problem with not doing this more often is you usually take the spot when Tammy Jean is not doing a show. So
Yeah, so we
Dominic's
have to
gotta
work
come up
out a
with a spot.
time and date to really nut this one out.
yeah, exactly. So I just want to thank you for having me on the show. I like to remind everybody that mental health is an issue that affects a lot of people. Don't do it alone. Reach out to somebody. I'm sure there's somebody you can reach out to. Friends, family, hospital, 911, and reach out, get some help. Don't do it alone.
Okay, well, I'm going to make my own thoughts. I'm overwhelmed with the support that I've been given. So, yeah, mental health is important. We all have our own problems, and I know that I'm suffering from anxiety and other problems like that. So, we'll see you soon, and roll the outro.